I'm still working on that Scott the Engineer story, how often he edits his son's music.
Oh, okay.
During
You've
work
got more
hours.
information?
Well, I'm hearing some things.
All right. An investigation will be launched.
I want a full report on how much output Scott's giving me a day.
All right.
I want to know how many things he's editing.
And just see how far the album is along.
Yeah. Something tells me the album will be done before my tapes. I still get reports about you that you kind of were less than truthful with me.
Maybe it's somebody else. Maybe I was doing somebody else a favor. You know, I do things for other people as well, not
myself. The only person you can do stuff for is me.
I do things for other people as was
Who's the other people?
I do things for you too, obviously.
Right, but that's not what we're talking about.
I didn't deny I played it.
No, it was more than once, and there is a lot going on back there. I know everything that goes on back there. I got sources. In my own
time, yeah, there's a lot going on.
No, not during my time.
No, not during your time.
No, Scott, the smile gives it all away. You can't even lie to me good.
But what are these favors he's doing for other people?
I don't know. Maybe he's referring to stuff he's done for me, but that's different. I'm aware of it, and I know what's going on.
Well, that's something you asked him to do.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's giving me a smile. I know some favors I've done. If you're referring to my favors,
what are you getting on my case for, all right? You want me to start now? All right. Everybody back there, the 4 or 5 people that go down for at least 2 hours a day smoking cigarettes.
I'm not talking about
You want to get on their fucking case?
I'm talking about you.
Bullshit, man.
I'm talking about you.
Bullshit.
Talking about you.
It's bullshit.
No, I'm talking about you.
I fucking work. These people are downstairs smoking their brains out and not doing any work for 2 hours a day because every time they have a cigarette, it's 10 minutes. 10 minutes times 10 cigarettes.
You're like,
how long is it?
You're like one of my kids when I go,
man.
hey, you're not doing your homework. No one else is doing their homework.
Of course I'm working.
Let's talk about you. Forget about the people who smoke cigarettes. Let's assume.
Yeah, forget about them. Yeah. It's all about me. It's only about me.
I'm
the only fucking asshole that works here.
I'll talk about the cigarette people with the cigarette people. I'm talking about you.
I mean, you know,
you're not smoking cigarettes. Bravo.
I'm one of the hardest workers around. I've been working for you for
I know. I'm going to have to monitor your output.
I don't get it. Why are you busting my chops about it?
I'm going to monitor your output. I want to see how much
whatever you fucking want to do.
I just want to know. Just want to know what's going on back there.
Nothing's going on.
Just know I know everything that goes on.
Nothing's going on.
It eventually all ends up on my desk.
Nothing's going on, then you're not doing anything.
Well, then we need you to get something done. Exactly. Get in there.
I take a break from nothing to work on my son's shit.
So it's a big joke.
It's not a big joke. I mean, you know, you want to get on my case. I mean, you know, for what?
For what? I got limited budget here.
And playing something.
I got limited budget, and I need those tapes getting cranked out and the things that we need done.
Everything's getting done, and I'm doing my job the way it should be.
Are you moving fast?
No, I never move fast. You know
That's what I'm saying.
Of course I'm moving fast.
You don't have time to be sitting with tracks.
Let me ask you something.
Everyone knows what's up.
Is the album done? Your son's album is done?
No, I'm working here on weekends doing stuff.
No, it's not during the weekends only. It's also during my time.
I see.
And I need this guy working because you know what? We need engineers who can crank shit out.
Sure.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Just know I know what's going on back there.
Okay. You fuck with me, I fuck with you. You get it? Okay.
What?
You're not fucking with me.
No, I am, obviously.
No.
Because you're not making me mad.
I
think you're making me mad.
I'm not
doing my job
you.
the way I should
I'm
be doing
checking
my
up
job.
that I need you to work.
Check up. Have fucking Gary sit in there. Have whoever you want.
We don't have time to babysit you. There's other ways of knowing. Tim is going to monitor every day what you get done. Now, don't get upset with him.
What?
Don't get upset. When Tim used to ask you for a list of what you did all day, he used to get upset. But now you've been caught with the drum tracks. And
what?
You've been caught with the drum tracks, and now we have to monitor what you do.
Baba Booey said I had,
not Baba Booey.
I'm your fucking boss. It's Gary.
Gary,
look
Mr.
at that.
Delabate.
It's also Mr. Gary Del apostrophe A, capital A, Bate.
What?
What is he chiming in? I mean, you know, all of a sudden I got to call Mr. Delabate?
Gary, Gary, is there a way to monitor what goes on back there? Really, I want a system.
Well, there is, but Scott's not going to like it.
Well, I'm not going to like anything you do.
Well, we'll start with going back to Scott, just giving a list at the end of the day. Just what he produced for the day.
Fine.
That's what he used to do with Tim, but I know it used to piss him off, right, Scott?
Now, let's say he goes, does he just make a list and go, oh, I worked on the tapes today, or does he talk about how many?
He'll say, I worked on the game show special for 3 hours. I did Robin's News for an hour.
And then does anyone check to see how much, like if he works for 3 hours, does one tape get done or 20 tapes? I mean, I need a thorough checking of what goes on back there.
Not working on tapes. I mean, that's, you know.
I need to know, like, in the 3 hours, how much work does he get done? Like, so if he just writes down, I worked on the game show tapes, Does it take him a year to get it done?
I got to go play solitaire. I'm busy.
Well,
I can't stay here.
You don't have to stay here. I'm working your schedule out with Gary. You have to be monitored.
The schedule is you can monitor me. My schedule's not going to change.
Who are you answerable to? In other words, let's say you work on a game show special.
Gary and Tim. I mean, whoever gives me work, that's who I'm answerable to.
Who do you work under directly when you do the game show special, for example?
John
Hine?
Yeah.
And he feels he's getting this material back in a reasonably quick time?
You have to ask him.
Let me find out. John.
I think I'm doing it fine.
John, are we getting this material back in a very quick time in a timely fashion? I want honesty now. Hold on. You're on trial, my friend. Are we getting this work back in a reasonable time?
On the game show special? Yes. Scott has been responsive, and he's done everything I've asked him to do.
In other words, you're not sitting and waiting for this stuff?
No.
It's coming in quickly.
He's been efficient. He recorded with Tom Bergeron. I've got no complaints about Scott.
No complaints so far?
No.
All right. I'm going to make you in charge of Scott. And if you feel he is slowly... So he'll answer to Gary and you. And he's no longer on a level with you. He's underling to you.
Okay.
And you are his boss.
Okay.
And
You've been demoted, Scott.
You've been demoted. You actually lost position today, Scott.
I guess.
Believe me, if Scott worked as hard on a cure for baldness as he does on his son's music, he'd have a full head of hair right now.
You know what? You were a sergeant, and now you're
because I
back to
played
corporal.
something doesn't mean I was working on something. I admitted that I played it. Wasn't working on it.
What did you play
I worked
it for?
here I worked here for the last 2 weekends for 12 hours a day. That's working.
No, you weren't
listening
working.
to something is not
You were
working
listening to your son's music.
You weren't working.
What's the fucking difference? What I listen
That
to?
was your hobby.
No one's paying you to do that.
First of all, if you really want to, I mean, you really want to push things to a limit.
Yeah.
You want me, I mean, do I get a lunch hour? No, I'm supposed to get a lunch hour. We got to start with this bullshit. You want to get petty about things because that's what
Yes,
you're doing.
I
do get a lunch hour. Legally, I'm supposed to get a lunch hour,
So take
which I
it.
never
Who
take.
stopped you?
So that's my fucking lunch
So
hour.
who
I listen
stopped
to my
you?
son's music, okay?
No.
That's the end of that.
No.
No,
So
what do you mean, no?
You do.
What do you mean, no?
So, in other words, you said you never listened to your son's music.
I said I
So
would
you
listen.
are back there with your son's music.
No, I said I didn't deny not listening to it. I listened to it. I told you that yesterday.
You know, you're not in the K-Rock union.
I'm not in a union, but you still, according to labor
You're
laws,
entitled to your lunch break.
That's correct.
And nobody told you not to take a lunch break.
So fine, that was my lunch hour.
And you sure look like you are eating lunch. You don't look like you're listening to music. You look like you're eating lunch. You look like you're eating 5 fucking lunches, quite frankly.
I'll close the door for an hour, and that'll be the end of, that'll be my lunch hour.
I mean, what is it?
For 20-something years, I've been nothing but busting my ass for you.
And not only that, why are you working on your son's music so much? Why don't you let your son do his own thing?
I mean, we just recorded it the other day. But I haven't been working on my son's music for 4 years.
Jesus Christ, you're a mess.
What is a mess about that?
I mean, you've got to pull yourself together.
What is a mess? I don't get it. What is a mess about that?
What is
I'm trying to help my son because I love him.
Who knows what you love?
What is the fucking mess? Explain to me.
When did you become this producer?
He's a musical producer. His son's trying to make it in the music business.
Yeah.
He's going to be a musical producer.
I'm not a producer. I'm an engineer. I'm helping him record music.
No, you're producing.
I do this for a living.
Who's producing the album?
Who's producing it?
Yeah,
the band, and I have help from other people working.
No, you're producing it.
You don't know Mutt Salem?
You don't know
a great producer.
Mutt Salem. You should keep that black cloud away from
I never
your
claimed
son
to be a
with his
musical
music.
producer. Okay, I'm working with somebody here at Sirius that's helping me out, and we've been working the past couple of weekends working on the music.
But it's now filtered into my day. That's when I get involved.
What? Because I played 20 seconds of it, or I listened to a minute of it?
Listen, between you and me,
yeah,
I know you don't have to lie to me.
I'm not lying.
I know what goes on back there. This was not 20 seconds.
Of course you know what's going on.
This was not 20 seconds. This is often.
Often? They just recorded it. It could be more than fucking,
You're excited about your son's music.
Of course I'm excited about it.
And
you don't get excited about whatever your children do either. I mean, your children do a lot of shit too.
Right. But I'm the boss, man.
I understand you're the boss. And I'm not taking any of your time doing shit that I shouldn't be doing on your time.
Well, who knows?
I know. And if you want somebody to sit, why don't you come in there and sit in there with me?
I don't have time to sit with you. I've got a job to do.
Apparently you know everything that goes on.
Did someone complain that they couldn't get things done?
No. No one complained about anything. I'm just telling you I know what goes on
You
back
obviously
in that studio.
you're complaining about it now.
I am. I know. I'm aware that you're very busy with the producing your son's music.
That is correct.
He's
not only on the weekends.
On my own time.
Not only on your own time.
If I do it after a certain time in the afternoon, which I've done on my own time.
So now, suddenly,
Wait a minute.
Now suddenly,
how long
you
do I
said
need...
it was only weekends, but
no, I
now
just said
we're hearing
if,
about
no,
during the weekdays.
I didn't say I was doing it. I said if I do it.
You want to come clean and say you have been and apologize and say you won't do it anymore? I'll listen to that.
No, I'm not saying that.
All right, then I have nothing to talk about.
I said if.
Then I need a list of
I
what
wanted
you're
to
doing.
do it later in the afternoon on my own time. And what is wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with that.
When my
but you
job
got to
is...
say to someone, listen, now I'm on my own time. I'm going to be doing this. Because it's not happening on your time. It's happening on my time.
No, I mean, when is your time up? When I walk out the door? If I'm here 12 hours, is that still your time?
I don't have any problem with you doing it after my time has been filled.
Well, yeah, so...
But it's not happening at that point, Scott. Scott, look at me.
I told you.
Scott,
I played it.
I'm as smart as a pistol. I'm a pistol.
I played some music.
Scott, look at me. Stop playing the music.
Why were you playing
during
the
my
music?
hours?
Why? Why
are you playing the music?
Excuse me. I'm
why
sorry.
were you playing the music?
I play other music too. I mean, it's not just.
Now, why were you playing your son's music during my time?
Because I wanted to hear something.
So you're thinking about it and working on it while you're here.
You need to hear it. All right, listen.
That's a difference.
Do me a favor.
Can't they afford a real engineer at this point? That band, they've been together for like 10 years.
What the fuck is this? Can you get off the phone and do some work for a change? Go to sleep or do something. I mean, really.
This is work.
He's monitoring you. In fact, Ralph, I'm going to put you in charge of Scott. What do you think of that?
Oh, that's great. I have time to do that.
Yeah, of course you do.
Yeah.
See, you have free time.
Why don't you go fly out to L.A. and,
Scott, first of all, I need
suck on Simon for a while, will you, please?
First of all, I need a list. Start now. Log your day.
No, you log your day, which is a big zero.
You know what? I don't want to make this into a joke.
I'm not making it into a joke.
What you're doing is you're walking all over me.
Are you kidding me?
And you're treating me like I'm an asshole.
You are unbelievable.
You're treating me now like an asshole.
No, I'm not treating you like an asshole.
I've gone to bat for you your whole career.
No, I've worked my ass off for you.
Hold it. Yes, you have worked your ass off.
I have, and I've done a great job.
Things are too loose around here.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus that works here because I'm not like that.
Right, you referred earlier to someone who plays solitaire all the time. Why don't you tell us who that is?
I didn't refer to anybody. I said I was going to go play solitaire. I didn't refer to any person. Why do you assume that
you're referring to someone that you know plays solitaire?
I don't know anybody that plays. I just said I want to play. I don't throw anybody under the bus. And I'm going.
So again, I'm smarter than you because I figured out what the reference was.
Who plays solitaire then?
Tell me.
You must know.
You tell me.
I don't know.
I don't know. You referenced solitaire. Who's playing solitaire all day that you feel
I wouldn't know. I play solitaire. There's a lot of people that play solitaire.
So are you saying you play solitaire all the time on my hours?
You know that, right?
You do? That I didn't know.
Everything.
So now you're not only doing your son's music, you're playing solitaire.
No, I don't play solitaire. I just
make up your mind.
So that you just said you did.
I'm just trying to.
So you lied.
I just said I was going to play solitaire. I haven't played solitaire, but I was going to play.
You're
solitaire.
You're going to go play
I just
solitaire.
felt like playing solitaire now.
Well, then why are you taking this job if you are busy with solitaire?
Well, it's a new thing, a new hobby I'm going to take up.
Well, then don't work here. You're making a big mistake.
You're some arguer.
I'm terrible at arguing. I've told you that before. I cannot argue. It's like going in to take a test. You know all the material,
why are you arguing?
But you fail.
Why do you have to argue with me? You shouldn't even be arguing with me.
I'm not. I'm not trying to
Just
argue.
say, Howard, you're right. I did listen to my son's music during your hours.
I told you I'd listen to it.
I'm going to stop, and I'm going to show you how much work I can get done.
Okay. That's
all.
I won't listen to anything I shouldn't be listening to, and I'll do whatever I need to do for the show. How's that? Is that fine?
That's good.
I'm sorry that if...
And take a lunch break. By all means. No one's stopping you.
Fine.
You're yelling about this lunch break.
I don't take a lunch break. No,
well, take one.
Why
shouldn't you have lunch?
I'm getting taken advantage of...
When do you eat? Let me ask you something. You must weigh 300 pounds. When do you eat that you skip lunch? I don't buy that you skip lunch.
I didn't say you didn't skip lunch.
Yeah, go ahead.
You misunderstood again.
All right, go ahead.
You're not listening.
Again. So I've misunderstood many times.
Well, yeah, you say I'm working on my son's music during your time. I said I was listening to it. I wasn't working on it.
No, listening to it and working on it is this. You're calling me an asshole.
And I didn't listen for 20 minutes or
Scott. It's often and frequently.
No,
same thing.
You're wrong.
Often or frequently.
It can't be often. It didn't happen before this week.
You're obviously very excited about it, and you're playing it.
I said that.
Block it out of your mind.
Fine.
Do that at home. You're not in the band.
Right.
Ralph, you wish you had a thread of talent as much as my son does.
Leave your son alone.
Fucking asshole.
Your son. He's blistering up the charts. Dope.
Look, I love that you love your son, and I love that you're doing this for your son. That's great. But I love you too, and I need you to work hard.
This is just bullshit. That's all. I apologize if I'm doing something that I shouldn't be doing.
You did admit you are listening.
I did. I said that yesterday.
So
I didn't
for the 8 hours that you work, Put all your focus on your work.
Okay, for those 8 hours?
Right.
That's
and
guaranteed.
then listen, all you need...
For those 8 hours?
That's right.
That's guaranteed.
That's all I need.
That's
I need you to put out, man.
I put out whatever I can.
Pretend I'm your son. And you're working, work all weekend for me.
That's a little retarded.
Because your son ain't paying. That's retarded?
You're my son.
That's right. Pretend I'm your son. And you will work as hard for me as you do.
I've been doing that for 23 years.
No.
I've been doing that.
Dad, I don't buy it. All right. You don't love me as much as my brother. Now get to work for me.
Okay. That's all I do.
Howard's son. Howard's son.
He thinks it's funny.
Yeah. Oh, it's a big laugh. Well, now I have to put new monitoring in.
You should give him more work.
That's what I'm planning on doing. I got to keep him busy. I want him hopping too.
Yeah, if he was.
I like this guy. I like his work. I just want more of it. See? I want more of that work. He's good. I brought him all the way over from K-Rock. I'll tell you why, because he's good. I appreciate
that.
But I don't want you to get lazy in your old age.
I'm not getting lazy. I'm not getting lazy.
You know.
He's getting comfortable and lazy.
Right.
A lot of free time.
Yeah.
Listen to drum tracks.
Drum tracks.
I take after you. For a lot of free time. Like lazy.
He's got a different job than you. Maybe you want his job.
My job requires me to be lazy.
Yeah.
It's in his job description.
maybe you want his job. That's something you'll have to talk to me about in private.
I don't want
Move over, Ralph.
Right.
Yeah, really. Coming after you, Ralph.
You know what I'd like to see you in? Big baggy jeans and a horrible shirt.
There you go.
And shave your head.
I could really dress you up nicely.
And try to grow a bad mustache.
Does he have a bad mustache now?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's not a mustache.
Big gray mustache in the middle of his face.
Oh, God. How horrible.
It's been like this for years. I don't know. Just a goatee. I shaved the rest
He
of
has a goatee. I love you, man.
I know.
I don't want to
you
see
too.
you fuck this up.
I'm not fucking anything up. I'm
Don't
working
fuck
hard for
this
you.
up.
I'm doing everything I should be doing for this show.
Okay. That's all I care about.
He's got to qualify every remark.
And more.
Come on, man. You can do it. My money's on you. Don't get lazy. Come on. Be a team player.
I am. I've been
Because I get reports on you.
He says an album only comes out once every 4 years.
Yeah.
Howard.
I didn't say that.
No, I get a report through many
Oh,
sources.
you think I've been doing it before that? That's bullshit. That's
come on, man.
bullshit.
Show me what you got.
Okay. Hold on a second.
That son's going to drum you right out of a job.
Because I don't want to listen. I don't want to have to monitor you. You know, I was good. You know, I was all fired up about this.
Isn't it wonderful around here being, sort of your own supervisor?
I love it here.
Do your thing, man. Don't make me monitor you.
Don't screw it up.
This is the best thing ever, and that's why
You're going to turn this into a job.
I felt like playing something for a minute.
I don't want to
was
be
not out of line.
I don't want to be the jerk who has to take a magic marker and write your schedule on the top of your forehead every day.
No, it is wonderful, and that's why I felt playing something for a minute.
You know what I'm going to do?
Fine.
You ever see football players when they do something great? They put a star on their helmet. You know that?
Yes.
That's why you see all those stars.
Put stars on my head?
I'm going to put a star on your head every day that you're good. And the more stars you have on your head,
thanks.
What does he get when he's bad?
A dunce cap.
No star.
No, but you got to put something else
Put a dunce cap on
so
his
everybody will know he's
Oh, yeah.
bad.
On the days you're bad, a dunce cap. On the days you're good, you get another star. And soon your whole head will be covered in
Your
stars.
head is like a helmet anyway.
I'll be like a constellation.
So what a
You
lot of
won't even
football
need hair.
teams, what a lot of football teams do, they put the symbol. Like Florida State has a mohawk, has like a tomahawk. You should put the fist symbol, a little fist. symbol.
I'm going to put
On
a little.
his head.
Thank you for that. See, that's a creative guy working.
Right in the middle of his head, like that dot.
I'm going to put
Thanks, Artie.
I'm going to put a nice fist symbol on your head and paint it right on there.
Miniature.
Get like a fist stamper.
Right.
Yeah.
And stamp your head every time you do good.
You can wear a sari and your fist symbol.
Right.
I'm jealous.
In fact, I'm
I'd
so
like some on my
confident.
bald spot.
I'm so confident. Right. I'm so confident right now in you. I'm going to draw a fist on your head right now. Your first fist.
You know this is going to be a good day.
Did I pass on that for now?
You know when you go to church and they put the ashes in the middle of your head? That's what I'm going to do. Big fist right in the middle of your head.
In ash.
To remind you when you have a good day.
Everybody's going to think you're a married Indian woman.
Right. I know you're in there working on Heinz Special, but maybe you could have gotten it done in 2 days as opposed to a week if you weren't busy with the music. That's what I'm worried about. Heinz doesn't know if you're doing it fast. He's not. He's new to radio.
Whatever I have, I do it, and then
I did your job, so I know your job.
I understand that.
I think even John was saying he's incredibly slow.
Who? John?
Were you, John? Did you find him slow?
When, Ralph?
The other day when we were talking on the phone.
Oh.
All right, John.
Yeah, you guys talk so much.
Did you say that, John?
No.
No.
Ralph's doing his job incredibly well.
Oh, okay.
He said you're a big bald loser and you work really slow.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing those gold stars on your head because people are going to walk through the halls and go, there's a winner.
Thank you. Who's he?
There's a winner.
Muttley on the phone?
That'll never happen.
Listen, you're a talented guy.
Thank
you're the
you.
best engineer I ever came across in this business.
Thank you.
I
You
mean,
mean that?
I mean it from the bottom of my heart.
Really?
But you know what it is with these prima donnas?
Now you can't get him to do anything.
I can't get him to do anything. He's busy producing.
Producing. I'm not really
Honestly,
producing.
I love you, but don't fucking push me against the wall here. Come on, work
Howard,
with me here.
I don't know where this comes from. I really don't.
Yeah, don't
mean,
treat your job like your dog.
You've been
Pay
so
attention
great.
to me.
Yeah, don't try to get rid of the job the way you tried to get rid of the dog.
Yeah, where is that dog?
About to have surgery.
All right.
It's still in my house.
The dog you nicknamed Money Pit.
That's it. I gotta have my son become a star to pay for the fucking surgery for the dog.
Chico, you're on the air.
Scott, I told you, fuck everybody. I'll get rid of that dog with you one weekend.
Hey, Chico, what's happening?
Go for a little ride.
Perfect fucking dog for that jackass.
What can I do for you?
Howard, you're letting them walk all over you, man. It's just
No, I'm not. I let me tell you something. I'm very
everybody's
aware.
taking advantage of you.
That's true, but that's why I'm calling him out, and that's why I'm saying, look, between me and you, Scott,
Yes.
you can say whatever you want to save face here. I know what's going on back there.
Fine.
I know how many times you're busy with listening to your son's music.
Okay.
And I'm just saying, enough. Stop.
Okay.
Time to get back to work.
Fine.
You know, show people what you got.
Fine.
It's not 2 times you listen to me. It's many, 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 many times.
People are now singing the words.
Yeah. There are people who know the words to the song. So he tries to fool me sometimes. He listens to his son's music with the headphones on, but I'm aware of even when the headphones are on what goes on.
Those are just 2 times you got caught.
Oh, believe me, he's been caught more than 2 times, but he's got the headphones
I guess
on.
I never put headphones on for anything else. Either.
You say the song is not racing up the charts. It's a hit around here.
By the way, just so you know,
there is no song. It's not even, there's nothing.
I put Sal in charge of a chart that's going to monitor your work. There it is. It's the Scott's work checklist. You can see him back there on the Howard TV.
Put something into Scott's board where he could listen to what he's doing all day?
Well, something like that is being worked on.
Okay, good.
Hey, Howard?
Yes.
You know, this is one of the best segments that Scott's done all year. I'm laughing my ass off out there. I think he did a great job today. Can we put a gold star?
Put a gold star on his head and give him. All right, that's his first gold star.
Okay.
All right, Scott, you now have a gold star, and you are a winner today because. Look how good you look.
It's got to be smaller.
I was looking for something to compliment my bald head. The hat's
look
been
fabulous.
working,
Now you're a winner.
Thank you.
Who's the big winner?
You have to see this gold star.
Oh, my God.
The cloud's gone. I got a star now.
You're a winner today. How proud do you feel right now with a big star on your head?
I feel like I'm in 3rd grade again. I got my gold star, no more dunce cap, and I'm really proud of myself.
Listen, I love the work you do. Give me more of it. Thank you.
No problem.
All right. You are good.
Thank you.
Your work is not being questioned here. So I need more of it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I need more of it.
Okay.
Focus.
Output. Focus.
You got it.
Focus is the word of the day.
Yeah,
write focus on the star. John, take a magic marker and write focus on that star. Okay? Would you mind?
No, that's all right.
Would you mind? It'll be a good reminder when you look in the mirror. Here, it's all right. He can do it right there on your head. And be sure
go
not
over
to
the
get any ink on his head.
Yeah,
Write it backwards so he can read it in the mirror.
All right, let me see it. Focus. Yeah, there it is.
You're an inspiration.
You know
the
what?
rest of the staff is inspired.
You're not kidding. Everyone's going to be jealous of you. You're a big star that says focus.
Fuck them all, because I got the star now.
Yeah.
They don't. I'm going to walk around here proudly with the star. I'm going to go out into the lobby with my star, to the bathroom, everywhere.
Everybody's going to be jealous.
That's right.
Let Mel see it.
What is it? Yeah, let Mel see your star.
Let Mel for a raise.
While he's working for that merger.
He already thinks I'm an asshole. Let's fuck all the way.
Do me a favor and don't take that star off all day. And in fact, what is the name of your son's band again?
Emergency Now.
They should change their name to Focus.
Yes.
Because you've got a big star. That's great publicity.
Wasn't there a band named that?
Emergency what?
Now.
Emergency Now.
I didn't name them.
A terrible name. I mean, Emergency Now. All right, maybe that's good. What do I know? A lot of young kids now like those kind of names.
I mean, yeah.
All right, listen. I know your son. Your son's a talented kid.
Very
I like
talented.
It. Yeah.
Stevie Ray Vaughan's father had a star at work.
Is that right?
A lot of famous guitarists.
I didn't know that. He earned a star like Scott?
Several times.
But Richard makes a nice star, doesn't he?
Beautiful.
The tape on it and everything.
I have to go look in the mirror.
You're not going to believe it.
I can't stop staring at it.
There you go.
I'm so proud now.
Look at that.
Look, there you go. Look on the monitor.
Beautiful. Can't see I'm bald now.
You're not a bad-looking man. Not with your star.
Yeah. Anything helps.
What a look that is.
All right. Listen, seriously, Scott,
Let's
thank
start
you.
a new fad now.
All right. Thank you. Please. Please help me. That's all I'm asking for. I need your help.
You look like Gorbachev.
A bit stain on his head.
Grape stain?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to have any more room for more stars. Maybe I could put stars on top of that star.
Oh, don't worry. He won't do anything else right.
You're saying this is his only star?
Thanks for the confidence, Ralph.
That's it.
You're saying this is his only star he's ever going to get?
That's it, man.
Yes, Jim, go ahead. You're on the air in Scranton.
Good morning, Howard. How you doing? I got an idea. Why don't you put a fucking helmet cam on that bald head of his, and then you can record everything, and then Gary can watch the tape at the end.
Oh, he's always at his work module.
station.
He's always at his station. I just don't know what goes on over there. I always trust Scott will be doing the right thing, but then when I
do.
But then I
do
got
the right
reports
thing.
about the music, and he's consumed.
Howard, do you want me to take care of this guy for you?
I had to nip this in the bud. No, that's all right, Jim. I got it under control.
No, verbally.
Go ahead.
Scott,
I'm listening. Go ahead.
get the fuck back in your hole and engineer something, or you're fired, you bald, lazy fucking prick.
Thank you. At least I can go back in there and
Jim's
do
an
something.
excellent manager. Where do you work, Jim? What kind of work do you do?
I'm a garbage man.
Right. Well, let me tell you. You know what? Laugh all you want, Scott, but I'll tell you what.
Made me laugh.
I make $17 an hour.
That's pretty good.
No one's laughing now, are they, Scott?
I'm not laughing now. Sorry. I didn't realize you made that much. Maybe I'll switch careers.
In Pennsylvania, I'm fucking rich.
Let me tell you, this guy's probably got a
Houses
mansion.
here only cost $75,000.
He's got a McMansion.
Yeah, there you go.
$75,000.
That's right. You can buy a house in. You could buy a house in Scranton for $75,000.
Wow.
Is that a trailer?
No. It's actually a home.
8 bedrooms.
Full basement, 3-car garage. I got 2.5 acres.
Wow.
I swear to God, I'm not lying.
And you paid $75,000?
Actually, 79. Yeah, after all the closing costs and everything. Yeah.
Wow.
When did you buy this house?
5 years ago.
Wow.
That's
Is it in the middle of a
amazing.
toxic waste?
And let me tell you something.
No.
It's now worth $83,000.
There you go.
It's over an Indian burial ground.
Property values really.
You can't even get in for
Shooting up.
You can barely get in for $83,000.
What's your mortgage?
535, 550, something like that, and then my taxes on top of that, so I pay like $800 a month.
You better be quiet. There's going to be a run on Scranton today.
Yeah.
You're not kidding. I'm moving.
Well, it's outside of Scranton. It's rural. I drive home from work every day and I almost hit fucking cows in the road.
Why don't
But I
we
mean, it's nice
ever?
and
Why don't
quiet.
we ever do our show from Scranton?
Yeah.
We would live like kings.
Yeah, screw Vegas.
Oh, my
Yeah, but the
God.
problem
We
is,
could own
Howard,
Scranton.
We could have 10 acres.
The problem is you'd be in Scranton.
And we can make $17 an hour. I'm jealous.
What? No, I didn't mean your payments. How much money did you put down, and how much was left to
I didn't
mortgage?
put anything down. I put no money down.
Oh,
Yeah, why would you put something down?
Down. Want to get out of there.
No, it's not bad, really. It's not bad. I grew up just outside of New York City, and I kind of miss it, but it's nice around here. It's rural, and then just 20 minutes away, you got the booming town of Scranton.
oh, you're not even in Scranton.
No,
You're,
he's outside.
Just outside, about 15 minutes outside.
I didn't think it's 80 grand, Artie.
You know what? You can laugh all you want, but I'll tell you what.
Bet
This
he's
guy's.
living in a mansion.
Living great.
He probably
I'm
works.
living large, man. I got a wife. I got 6 kids living at home.
6?
Can I tell you something? This guy, though, you make jokes. You see, they know how much garbage he picks up. In other words, if he does it in 20 hours or he does it in 1 hour, they don't care, as long as the garbage gets picked up.
And if he doesn't pick up the garbage, there are people calling.
Right. You see,
Nah,
with Scott's work, I'm not sure exactly how much. In other words, when he's working on a special, it might take him 10 weeks where it should have taken him 1 week.
but if he's getting paid hourly, they do care if it's 20
Yeah,
hours.
see, you got to milk it. You got to stretch it out. You know what I mean?
That's why I'm not paying Scott hourly.
I could stretch my workout.
I think that's what you're doing.
No, I can do it as quickly as I could.
Hey, come on, you got to get a little fire under you, man.
53 hours a week. How much do you work, Scott? How many hours a week?
Probably around 50.
How much do you actually work, Bill, out of that?
Probably around 1.
1 hour.
Yeah.
See? What did I tell you? All right, thanks, guys. All right, Scott, thank you. I appreciate it. I need your work.
Thank you for the vote of confidence
Ralph,
and the star. I'm really proud of it.
Congratulations on your promotion over Scott.
Thank you.
All right.
Everybody
and you too,
was
John.
promoted over Scott.
Yeah. Now Scott has 2 new bosses,
Yes.
Ralph and John Hine, and Sal is in charge of his work chart.
Wow.
I'll be checking in with Scott later today. See how
Thank
he's
you.
doing.
All right.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you. Thank you, Scott.
You got your first star.
It's great, isn't it?
Congratulations.
I love it. I'm not taking it off all day. It's a wonderful thing. Life's great. Thank you, Sal. I appreciate it. No problem. Love it. Now, if you all excuse me, I have to close the door and talk to my boss, John Hine. We have to work. We have to get work done.
So, Sal, are you going to stay in his room all day just to make sure he gets work done?
Absolutely. You know, I love Scott. I think Scott's a great guy. I think he's a great worker. And I think it's time we show the audience how hard of a worker Scott really is. So far, since he's gone back to his studio, he has spoke to John Hine privately, okay? He started drinking his coffee, and he sat and did nothing. Then he took the star off his head, refusing to cooperate. When I put it back on, he removed the star again. He's doing tasks in the wrong order. He's not prioritizing. He got up, did nothing, sat down again, did nothing. He failed to meet deadlines for the game show segment. He's being a wise ass, said he was jerking off when I asked him what he was doing.
So, Scott, do you think, is it going to be smooth sailing from here on out? It seems like...
no, it's not going to be smooth sailing. Why would it be smooth?
Well, you went in really defensive, and then halfway through, your mood changed, and it seemed like you were cooperating better.
I always cooperate.
Yeah, but when you went in, you started screaming.
Yeah, because he's just busting my chops.
And now, how do you feel about having Ralph and John and Sal watch over you every minute?
It's fine if that's what they want to do.
That's not going to get to you?
No.
Is it going to...
Not worried about it.
Is it going to hinder your relationships with them?
I don't think so. I just do what I do. If they want to watch me do what I do, then it's fine. It's not going to change what I do. It's not going to change my job, but what I have to do.
So needless to say, you're not going to play any more music, or your son's music, right?
No, I'm not going to do that.
It says New York City calls. So, and then there was a whole, before we got the long distance plan, which has sort of quelled it a little, there was calls all over the country to different, like, to Rick Dees and different, but not their on-air shows, their back offices. I had giveaways and stuff that I would do. Hey, good morning! How you doing? Sitting at 76 degrees outside right now. You know, in Oslo, Scotland, in Oslo, Norway, it's about 29 degrees, and the sun is out all day long. It's perfect for doing poopies in the pool. And then I would just call all different back offices, and then they would hang up and stuff. But it was good practice. Sure. Yeah, you know, that's what you gotta do. I mean, you gotta use, you know, you've got to be resourceful, you know. You have a rotary phone, you have a phone upstairs, so you just start, you know, that's how you start, you know. But it's always more fun on the phone because you can, you know, talk deeper and stuff, whereas a person you really can't. Because I don't know, my voice goes up higher.
Right.
I get nervous.
Question from Michael W. Michael asks, do you still fantasize, think about the time that Lisa G rubbed you and you jizzed in your britches? And part 2, have you even lost your virginity? So let's start with part 1. Do you still think back fondly on Lisa?
Yeah, actually, she was in my dream a little bit last night because I knew I was coming here.
What's happening? Did you? You did?
Oh, no. Are you serious?
He's touching him. Look, he's touching himself.
Stop it. And I just saw this run and I gave her a hug. So, yeah, I always ask her, I always want her to visit me in my dreams. What was the second part again?
Have you lost your virginity?
No, I'm saving myself. I'm going to be a good girl. Yeah, good boy, actually.
Said too much.
Question from Steve H. Steve asks, how much planning goes into a call and how crushing is it when you get cut off early?
Like we said before, it's a few minutes planning. And I never really know if I've gotten picked up on or hung up on. I can't tell because, like I said, it's a rotary phone and I'm just doing whatever and I can't tell if I've gotten hung up on or even if I've gotten picked up on. So there's not really anything crushing about it.
All right. Thank you, Mad Dog.
That's about 9 hours from now.
Oh, thank you, Gary.
Sorry.
All right, Gary.
Okay, I got to run.
All right, bye.
Bye.
So when you're not responding to people talking, it's because the phone's just down and you're just playing.
Yeah,
You're not.
or it's here,
You don't
and
even
it's
hear
too
them
loud
answer.
into my other ear, and I can't hear. Yeah, so, yeah, either way, I don't get crushed by it. But I can understand the question. I understand what you mean. Thanks, Sean. Steve.
Either one.
Hi, Steve. Hi, Sean.
Andy H. asks, how many voices do you do? So let's go through some of the staff. Give me the name of the person first so that everyone at home knows who you're doing. For sure.
Freckles. I love Freckles.
Okay.
Tracy Nolan.
Oh, okay. I didn't use a
Douche.
special nickname for her.
Yeah, because she's got the cute little freckles
She
here.
does.
And
Sour. I know that was you. Sour. I'm hanging up right now. Douche. I'm going to beat your nasty little boy ass. Douche.
Who else do you do from the show? Give me the run through.
Benji.
No, what? No. Don't turn. No.
That's because his microphone got turned off. Yeah. Robin.
I was just about to say that.
Fred.
We probably should.
Nicolas Cage.
Who's, by the way, hey, it's Gary. Hello. Nicolas Cage is Mark Coppola's older brother, cousin or brother. Right. There's a fine line between character acting and method acting. And if you don't buy into it, the audience will never buy in. And then you're indicating. Robin Williams. Hello. It's the Battle of the Bulge. Big, thick Wisconsin girls eating cheese and sausage on Lake Michigan.
And Rosie O'Donnell. She sounds like Ray Romano. I kill him with kindness. Okay. I see where you're going here, huh? You look cute. I like what you're wearing. You got your hair up, nice dangling ears. Hey, stop that! Hey, Robin! Oh, come on! Huh? Stop it now!
I want to thank Sour for taking the time to answer the questions that you, the fans, submitted. Keep sending your questions in. You can tweet them, you can Facebook them, you can email them, you can even send in a video submission and be a part of the show. And remember, this is your show, so don't screw it up. Until next time, I'm Rachel Fine. I hope you had a fine time. I want to make sure you have a fine time, and I have a special request. You're welcome, Justin O.
Oh my God, what's it gonna be?
Well, he's asked me, and this is what I do for a fine time guest, to come over and give you a little shoulder massage and see how this. I feel uncomfortable with this, Justin O, but thank you for this. Did you have a fine time today? Yeah, you did. This just got really. Can I not be doing this to the 8-year-old girl?
You don't even seem to understand the show. You just ruin everything. You got to be funny in here. I can't wait for you guys to see this on Howard TV.
Daily shows, classics, and exclusive behind-the-scenes access.
Well, that's going to be on Howard TV.
The funniest, sexiest, most star-studded network on TV is Howard TV On Demand.
Hey Stern fans, welcome to Fine Time, the show where you, the fans, get the opportunity to ask questions and interact with your favorite Stern Show staffers, Whack Packers, and celebrity superfans. I'm your host, Rachel Fine. Now, my guest today is a musical genius and a master of impressions. He's constantly calling the back office and entertaining our interns with his many voices and singing and piano playing. And if he does make it through on air, good luck getting a straight answer out of him. He's a middle-aged man who lives at home with his parents and who's best known for some infamous prank phone calls to Steve Langford. Please help me welcome this unique, one-of-a-kind talent, Sour Shoes.
Hello.
Who's this? Who am I talking to now?
Hi, God, Miley Sour.
This is off to an amazing start.
Yeah,
we got
I'm jealous of your hair.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what to say to that. Question from Sean L. I'm going to jump in. Have you ever thought of going to karaoke night? I bet your social life would jump to a 10 if you did that.
Oh, hi, Sean.
I would be happy if it jumped to a 9, professionally and personally. Yeah, I've been taken to a couple of karaoke's from my brothers and sisters, and it's been great. In fact, I'm going to load some up on my. I have some vinyl of some the songs that I sang, and I'll try to load that up. Maybe GP page 909 in blue.
Question from Michael W. Michael asks, how much preparation goes into your calls, and will you ever buy a new keyboard, or are you too attached to that giant old one that you carry around with you?
Yeah, I'm too attached to the giant one that I carry around. Probably about
9
minutes goes into preparing for a phone call. Yeah, I'd say about
9 minutes.
Yeah.
Is it seriously kind of off the cuff, or are you just ready to go with it?
Sometimes in the morning I wake up with an idea. Yeah, and then it does take a while to get through on the phone. Sometimes I don't, so it actually turns into...
From 9 minutes to maybe 3 hours and 9 minutes.
Where are you calling from? Oh, Sheboygan. We've got a prize package to the Sheboygan Sausage Festival, Alan Kirschfeld. It's an all-expenses yours trip. How does that sound, caller?
Excellent. Question from Ann H. Ann asks, have you ever tried an impression of Howard, and could you?
I run compression through my balls up through here, and that's why my voice is lower. Because when I started back in 1983, I talked like this. I sounded like this. Hey, I'm you're my dog, huh? I'll put mommy on the phone, huh? Shut up, Howard. I just want to know if you wanted to play doubles tennis. Yeah. Huh? Hey, Robin, he's calling into my show. He hangs outside my meetings and he takes my ideas. WNBC Toto kicks off a long set of music.
Yeah, I can't really do them that well, but that's what I usually try to do.
Been working on that.
Sometimes, I like to, when it's over the phone, though, it's a little bit more nasally. So it sounds a bit like it, a little more like it. Go find some perfume, you homo.
Yeah.
Awesome. Question from Clayton B. Clayton asks, when the Stern Show ends, presumably at the end of Howard's contract in 2015, what are you going to do with all of your free time? And assuming you continue to call into other shows that not all of us necessarily have access to, will there be a way that your fans can still hear your brilliance at work?
No, I won't call in anymore. That'll be the last time.
That's the end for you?
Yeah. That's the beautiful thing about this show. The voicemail, I can leave about
109 messages
every weekend, but once the show finishes, that's all. It's until the contract gets renewed again, which it probably will.
So would you have any plans for what you want your life to look like after?
No, I wouldn't know what to do.
Wow.
Yeah. So I have to say I don't want it to end.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Bill C. asks, despite your unorthodox life and lack of commercial success, you seem genuinely fulfilled creatively. Is there a place that you wish your career would have gone, and if so, where is it?
Oh, I want to be a lefty because he said unorthodox, though. Because I can throw lefty and righty now. Oh. Because I've been practicing like 9 feet from the wall, so I can throw lefty as good as I can throw righty. So I'd like to be a spot reliever, just like with calling in. Sometimes I come in off the bench and I'm used every couple of months for a phone call. That's what I would have liked to have been, pitching from the left-hand side out of the bullpen. Yeah. Well, hey, that's baseball. If you got a pulse and you're left-handed, well, hey, listen, you can pitch to your 105 or about 109.
Were there any real career aspirations for you?
Well, probably what I'm doing now seems to be what I always wanted to do. I'm doing direct care for Autism Speaks.
Cool.
So I kind of like it because it incorporates a lot of different activities that I run with the little ones, like taking them out to the park, doing subjects with them, playing some music on the guitar, bass, and piano for them, and seeing. I really want to try and find a way to use what I'm doing here on a broader scale to maybe help a larger majority of people that have autism. If I can find something that's working with them, then I could incorporate it on a broader scale.
Very cool.
So that's really where I'm at right now. And I'm doing some part-time stuff that I've been doing since junior high school, which is Roy Rogers Fast Food, which is great because the manager, he's promoting me every other month, to do different things. But the problem I did the other day was I scheduled 14 different people on an unbusy Saturday night. So, no, you just can't do it. Mickey, you just can't schedule 9 to 14 different people, and it's so dead in here. And then this kid made 9 trays of chicken, which I told everybody back in November, and he did the same thing again, so he can go out with, "Hi, Sam," and I got in trouble for that too because he thought the chicken wouldn't have been used, and then all of a sudden, this big bus came from a school, and they took all the chicken. They were going to a sporting event, and it turned out that we used it all. Mickey, that's not the point. And you just don't do it. You just don't cook a bunch of food so you can bring them leftovers. So that's going well. Yeah.
Joseph M. asks, do your parents ever get annoyed with all the phone calls and organ playing in the house?
There was time when before I moved back upstairs where my room was when I was probably around, when I was about 19 months old. I went upstairs and stayed there I came out of the crib and went upstairs and was there till about 19 years old. And then, but for about 4 or 5 years, I was downstairs closer to them. And that's when the calls started picking up. So they would never say it, but I bet it was a little bit too loud. So now back upstairs, the last 9 years, you really can't hear. There's like a buffer because it's older side of the house. It's next to the attic.
Do you want to get your own place, or are you happy staying there?
No, I love it at home. Yeah, that's my favorite times are from when I was a baby till now. I'd be all bored and by myself if I was on my own. And I have the best family and best mom and daddy in the world.
Good.
Yeah.
Andrew C.H. asks, I hear you call Shuli and other staffers randomly with different voices and songs. How does someone get on that special list?
Basically, the first, I guess you just have to be persistent. I think that's in Luke's gospel, persistency. Let us proclaim the mystery of faith. And I just kept, so eventually they have to pick up whoever it is that I'm calling. After the 99th phone call, eventually they're going to answer. And then it becomes a rotation for me because I always make calls in numbers. So if I do one, I have to hit the rest of the list in my head until I can walk away from the phone.
It's kind of an OCD thing, it sounds like.
Yeah, and sometimes I get grounded and I'm away from the phone for 6 months, and then it builds up even more.
Really?
Yeah, for the astronomical phone bills. And I won't be able to use the phone for a few months. So.
Do you not have unlimited minutes?
Well, no, not really. It's like I said, it's a landline, and there's a quadrant of the phone bill that it says New York City calls. So, and then there was before we got the long distance plan, which has sort of quelled it a little. There was calls all over the country to different, to Rick Dees and different, but not their on-air shows, their back offices. I had giveaways and stuff that I would do. Hey, good morning! It's sitting at 76 degrees outside right now. In Oslo, Scotland, in Oslo, Norway, it's about 29 degrees, and the sun is out all day long. It's perfect for doing poopies in the pool. And then I would just call all different back offices, and then they would hang up and stuff. But it was good practice.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. I mean, you gotta use, you gotta be resourceful, you have a rotary phone, the phone upstairs, so you just start, that's how you start, but it's always more fun on the phone because you can, talk deeper and stuff, whereas in person you really can't, because I don't know, my voice goes up higher.
Right.
I get nervous.
Question from Michael W. Michael asks, do you still fantasize, think about the time that Lisa G rubbed you and you jizzed in your britches? And part 2, have you even lost your virginity? So let's start with part 1. Do you still think back fondly on Lisa?
Yeah, actually, she was in my dream a little bit last night because I knew I was coming here.
What's happening? Did you come? You did?
Oh, no. Are you serious?
He's touching it. Look, he's touching himself.
Stop it. And I just saw her this morning and I gave her a hug. So, yeah, I always ask her, I always want her to visit me in my dreams. What was the second part again?
Have you lost your virginity?
No, I'm saving myself. I'm going to be a good girl. Yeah, good boy, actually.
Said too much.
Question from Steve H. Steve asks, how much planning goes into a call and how crushing is it when you get cut off early?
Like we said before, it's a few minutes planning. And I never really know if I've gotten picked up on or hung up on. I can't tell because, like I said, it's a rotary phone and I'm just doing whatever and I can't tell if I've gotten hung up on or even if I've gotten picked up on. So there's not really anything crushing about it.
All right. Thank you, Mad Dog.
That's about 9 hours from now.
Oh, thank you, Gary. All right, Gary.
Okay, I got to run.
All right, bye.
Bye.
So when you're not responding to people talking, it's because the phone's just down and you're just playing.
Yeah,
You're not.
or it's here.
You don't
And
even
it's
hear
too
them.
loud into my other ear and I can't hear. Either way, I don't get crushed by it. But I can understand the question. I understand what you mean. Thanks, Sean. Steve.
Either one.
Hi, Steve. Hi, Sean.
Andy H. asks, how many voices do you do? So let's go through some of the staff. Give me the name of the person first so that everyone at home knows who you're doing.
Freckles. I love Freckles.
Okay.
Tracy Nolan.
Oh, okay. I didn't use
Douche.
special. nickname for her?
Yeah, because she's got.
I want to thank Sauer for taking the time to answer the questions that you, the fans, submitted. Keep sending your questions in. You can tweet them, you can Facebook them, you can email them, you can even send in a video submission and be a part of the show. And remember, this is your show, so don't screw it up. Until next time, I'm Rachel Fine. I hope you had a fine time. I want to make sure you have a fine time, and I have a special request. You're welcome, Justin O.
Oh my God, what's it gonna be?
Well, he's asked me, and this is what I do for a fine time guest, to come over and give you a little shoulder massage and see how this. I feel uncomfortable with this, Justin O, but thank you for this. Did you have a fine time today? Yeah, you did. This just got really. Can I not be doing this to the 8-year-old girl?
This is a Howard TV original production.
On this episode, Howard and Beth become foster parents to these little guys. After they become attached to them, will they be able to say goodbye?
No, I just need a tissue.
What's your problem? Testing 1, 2. Baba Boo. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
My work with North Shore Animal League America started 10 years ago, and since then I've been a volunteer, I've been a spokesperson. We love our household with our 4 adopted cats from North Shore Animal League. We have Leon Bear, who's 22 pounds. We have Charlie Boy, who's 18 pounds.
Right, we have some big cats.
And we have Apple, and then we have Walter. So we do already have a house full of cats.
I was always sort of a cat person, but I really, people go, well, they're not like dogs, but they are. Our cats follow us around the house all day. They're great animals, great pets. Beth's very active in North Shore Animal League. I'm very pleased to be peripherally involved. Not as much as Beth, but
You're really involved, especially
not
now.
like you.
Well,
But,
in light of our recent situation.
Beth announced to me the other day that we're fostering 6 kittens.
Oh, my God.
The kittens have no mother, so the kittens are so little, they had to be
She
like...
has to feed them?
What? I think she's breastfeeding these kittens herself. I'm not kidding.
a recent situation is now we are foster parents to many cats, little kittens.
I went to a local municipal shelter, and I knew that the cats were in danger of being euthanized, so I decided to grab a litter and foster the litter.
So what Beth and I are doing is we open up our home. Beth gets them very young, feeds them, socializes them. I photograph them. Beth, takes them under her wing and really takes care of them.
You name them.
I name them. You got Tarzan. He was the first one.
It was that cute tabby that fell and that immediately was taken with you. Like, he ran right up to you, was always at your feet, gazing in your eyes.
Yeah, I felt like he was mine, you know, and he would be on his back and I'd rub his belly, and I just fell in love with him right away.
Then the 2 orange guys.
That's Kimosabi and Tonto. Then we had these 2 females. We had Brenda Starr.
Hi, Brenda Starr. You're so pretty. You are a pretty girl.
And Ophelia after Robin. They were really great, very photogenic, by the way, because I would take them and they would actually pose for me. I'd take a pair of shoes, put them in the pair of shoes. Those 2, Ophelia and Brenda, they were great. Finally, there was Gwyneth.
We just knew them so well after being with them for, I guess it was 3.5 weeks total.
Yeah.
Everywhere you look, there's a kitten.
I said to Beth, we can't let go of these kittens.
You actually asked me if we could adopt Tarzan.
Right.
You go, can we please keep him? And I said, I'm that person that's supposed to say that to you, but I really committed to the foster program at North Shore Animal League, and I knew that I was nurturing these kittens to give a handoff to great families. I had my people from North Shore Animal League America with me. We went through every single application, and we really were excited that there were a couple people that wanted to double adopt. These are my top picks, and it is exactly who your top picks were. So we've come to, now we're going to call them and tell them the news, and I feel like a mother, and I feel very proud to call these people. I would be honored for you to take 2 brothers. I'm hoping that you will take Tonto and Kimosabi. How are you named them?
We'd love to bring them into the home and, make them ours, and as well as the rest of our gang. So thank you very much.
After sifting through, reading these applications, I really felt like we came up with these fabulous families. I have 2 very, very special little girls, 2 little tabbies that I think would be a wonderful addition to your home.
I am just so excited.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Hey, bye-bye.
I got so excited. He was so excited.
It was really emotional for me, and the excitement and joy in these people's voices. You are now going to be Tarzan's mother.
Oh, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. We really had our hearts set on, taking one of these babies, so it really means a lot to us, too.
Oh, I'm really emotional, and I cannot wait to meet you. These families were really great families.
We're so excited.
You are?
Yes.
I'm excited too. Well, do you want to hear who's going to be joining your family?
Absolutely.
Her name is Gwyneth, and she's the cutest white kitten with some little black dots on her, and she is just, I gotta say, one of my favorites. She's just a doll.
Is that the one you had up on the Twitter feed?
Oh yes, she's
the white one? Oh, yeah.
She's the one on the plate.
Awesome. Yeah, that's the one my daughter wanted.
Oh, you're kidding! Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. I have goosebumps. Well, I'm so excited. Thanks, Dave.
Take care.
Bye. Mission accomplished.
Yay.
Thanks, guys. Girls. So I heard their voices, but I had yet to meet them. And it wasn't until the day, about a week later, that after they were all spayed and neutered, that I got to meet everybody at North Shore Animal League. madly in love with these little guys, and even now I'm emotional thinking about them. But that was a very, very rough day for me.
I just need a tissue or something.
I am. You can do it. You can do it.
I can't say this. Mommy waiting. Think you're getting so silly.
I cried like a baby. I met every family, and I had to hand off each kitten to these wonderful people whose applications were so stellar.
It's Patrice.
Oh. Hello. Surprise.
Hi. Jeffrey.
Hi. How are you?
Hi. So nice to hug you.
That day that I had to say goodbye to them and hand them off to their new families was like a part of me was leaving. This is Kemosabe.
I'm so happy to be handing her over to such a beautiful family.
Well, Howard and I, we kind of put together our thoughts on the two of them, and I wrote out just little things about their personalities. Okay, I spent time writing up individual synopsis about each cat, and I put the type of food that they liked and special rubs on their bellies, who liked what, and I put that together, and I also gave them the Bianca's Furry Friends Facebook page. I set up a Facebook page called Bianca's Furry Friends, Beth's Fosters, and I already have pictures of the whole litter up. And I really would love if you joined. I want your home address or your mailing address, because Howard took some great shots of them, and we were going to make some prints and have them sign them for you guys.
That would be awesome.
I knew these kittens so well, and I remember smelling every one of them. I even recognized their smell, their individual smells, kissing them, handing them off. Oh, I know their smells and everything. Good boy. Have a great life. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, just goodbye for now.
It was such a bittersweet, beautiful thing handing them over, but yet I felt like pieces of me were being taken away.
All right, can I hand this over to you? You carry that for me? And her toy, you can put her toy in the carrier with her. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Best of luck with her. She's amazing.
Do you think it will ever get any easier for us every time we hand off a batch of kittens? I don't know. I mean, it's a very difficult thing to do, but we keep telling ourselves, well, this is so great. These kittens wouldn't have had a home, or they, maybe they would have. Who knows?
Empty pen of fosters. They've all been handed off to their new incredible families. This has been so bittersweet and emotional. But let's walk over to the new crop that I'm taking home. Howard and I are going to be very busy with these 4. We weren't really sure I was going to grab another batch of kittens when I handed off our kittens, so I grabbed the mama cat and her babies, and then I thought, what the heck? Let's get another litter that I found over here. And then the little orange guy was by himself, so I threw him into the mix too. We have 2 girls, 2 boys, 2 little gray girls, orange boy, tabby boy. And they're gonna be coming home with me today probably for the next 3 weeks. And then over here, which underneath that towel, there is a mama cat who's probably about 2 years old with itsy bitsy tiny 3 little week-old kittens. and they're coming home too. That empty feeling of all of the 6 that had been given to families, I had a whole new batch to take care of. So it kind of, I put all my energy into them. Now that's Mama Cat and her 3 little itsy bitsy week old babies. So I can't wait to see what Howard's gonna name her. She's beautiful though.
Right now we have a mother cat, Grace.
Yeah, let's go see them. Hey, you guys.
She has 3 kittens. They're still breastfeeding. Literally, we got them 3 days old, these kittens. They are living in our house right now, getting prepared to, for adoption. I'd love to see the 3 kittens and the mother all go to the same house. But that's a dream. They're so great.
Beth, thank you for everything that you do for animals. It's through you that we learned about North Shore. It's through you that we've kind of, contributed what we have to North Shore. And, through the show, we heard about the cats and, we bring up cats, we raise cats, we always go and save cats. So we feel lucky to have these 2 cats.
We're really honored to have him and to be selected, and we will, they have our promise that we'll be an excellent family for him. And we're just really excited. We're really excited, and thank you.
North Shore and Beth and Howard have made a family of 4 really, really happy. Everybody at North Shore has just been really, really gracious, and we're really excited to have these cats in our household.
Thank you, Howard and Beth. We're so excited to add her to our family. She's going to be in a loving home.
Thank you so much for picking us.
I didn't know I'd be so emotional about this project and certainly not understand all the emotions that would come out of me, but I feel like we're doing really something great. Like it's a small thing, but it's rewarding. It really is. And it's great to have the support of the audience. Look, I know there's some people watching this going, what the fuck are you carrying on about? And what do you care?
Blame me.
Yeah, but Beth brought me into this, and I'm glad she.
What do you think, girls?
His name is Tarzan. He's our new baby kitty.
You don't even seem to understand the show. You just ruin everything. You gotta be funny in here. I can't wait for you guys to see this on Howard TV.
Daily shows, classics, and exclusive behind-the-scenes access.
Oh, that's gonna be on Howard TV.
The funniest, sexiest, most star-studded network on TV is Howard TV On Demand.
What happens when Howard Stern's staff asks him the questions they've always wanted answered? It's time to Ask Howard with Rachel Fine.
All right, Howard, are you ready?
I am ready. Let's do it, Rachel. Come on.
Sal Governale wants to know.
How would you like to be best remembered?
I think in terms of professionally, I'd like to be remembered as a guy who was an innovator and someone who really succeeded in his mission. And that mission always was and always will be to make somebody laugh while they're driving their car. You know, to make that commute less boring. I get a lot of Twitters and emails and tweets
where people say, hey, I was in my car and I couldn't leave. So I always feel mission accomplished. And that still turns me on. And from a personal standpoint, and I don't know that I'm there yet, but I would like people to say, wow, he was a good friend and somebody who was interested and cared. Yeah.
Question from Jeremy Lipkin of the Tapes team. He asks,
what advice would 2013 Howard give to 1979 Howard?
I would say don't be so hungry that you actually say things you might regret. That, yes, be fearless, do whatever's natural, but I don't necessarily have to make everything about me.
I got married when I was 23 years old. I never lived on my own.
Me neither.
So I had to go into an individual thing.
Me too.
I had to get my own place.
Me too. Shut up over there.
I would say, hey, Howard, why don't you get your ego in check? And if a guest is sitting there, it doesn't have to be about you. And also I'd say somehow work out that compulsion that makes you think you have to have every listener in the world. You never can have every listener in the world. It's never going to happen, even though you think somehow magically you could. I think those things would have helped me not to be so much a better performer. Maybe it would have, but it would have made me enjoy my career more. And I would also say to young Howard, go out and have a life a bit, because I was so career obsessed. And I still am. I still need career. If I'm going to be in it, I'm obsessed. But you've got to have some balance in your life. I found it very difficult. I'm one track, you know, and most guys are, but I'm really one track. Yeah, I would have said, have a little bit of fun, you know, you're entitled.
Question from Doug Goodstein at Howard TV.
What do you think is the biggest misconception the public has about you?
I think that there's a segment of the population out there who only thinks that I'm some guy who gets on the air and talks about women's boobs and dick jokes and that kind of thing. They think that there's nothing more sophisticated going on the show. My suspicion is they've never heard the show, or they heard it once and perhaps I was doing something completely over the top, which I'm known to do, but I think the show has a lot more intelligence behind us. I don't think we're just like slapstick Three Stooges where we take a woman and stick her on the Sybian. I think that somehow there's a perception that I forced women to do that, or I'm curious about human behavior. And to me, sexuality is such a taboo that it seemed to me, especially on terrestrial radio, that to explore sexuality, ask women about their sexuality, men about their sexuality, men about penis size, masturbation, I think has only been healthy, what we do. But if that's the perception of me, that I'm just some gross guy who only knows how to say dirty words. I once heard an interview with Larry King, and he said, oh, Howard Stern, what he does is tell me what not to say and I'll say it. If that really was my career, how could I have survived in a business and thrived for, I don't know, how many years we're going on now, 35, 40 years. How could that have happened? That's ridiculous. So there isn't that misconception.
This was a great episode. Thank you so much.
This was fun, Rachel.
I enjoyed it.
Very professional, unlike the rest of the staff.
Thank you, sir.
Right.
You don't even seem to understand the show. You just ruin everything. You got to be funny in here. I can't wait for you guys to see this on Howard TV.
Daily shows, classics, and exclusive behind-the-scenes access.
Well, that's going to be on Howard TV.
The funniest, sexiest, most star-studded network on TV is Howard TV On Demand.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, we had two big guests and two big topics. One was JD to talk about his time in the studio with Lisa Ann. And of course, we had Richard in his Metallica shirt talking about what he'd be willing to do to sit in front of Metallica in studio. Lots of detailed conversation for you to enjoy.
J.D. Harmeyer and Richard Christie joining us, of course. Richard shockingly wearing a Metallica shirt.
Yeah, and Metallica shoes. Don't forget that. I have Kill 'Em All shoes on.
Do you have Metallica boxers?
Yeah, I have Ride the Lightning boxers.
Metallica or Striper? Because they're both your favorite. So Metallica or Striper?
I can't choose a favorite. I'm Metallica.
Yeah, you better choose Metallica for the people in the metal community kill you.
I know. I get a lot of shit about liking Striper.
Will you be wearing a Metallica shirt the rest of the
Every
live
day?
days?
Until they come in?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'd be wearing that Metallica shirt every day?
Yeah.
No, are you serious?
No, I'll change it up a little bit. I got,
How many Metallica shirts do you have?
I have a bunch. But a lot of them are my double XL from my heavier days.
Were you double XL?
I was the XL and double XL, yeah. Yeah, so I might have to invest in some Ls.
Can we talk to him now, what we're talking about in the back office?
Sure.
You were getting some shit in the back office. Somebody was complaining, and I thought they had a valid argument that you came to me to complain that people were getting Metallica tickets too easily. So you created a quiz, and then when a guy got all three wrong, you gave him the tickets anyway, so you didn't really stand tall.
It's Howard's decision,
Well,
not
you
mine.
said gave him the tickets.
I felt bad for the guy. I know how Howard feels with this stuff. I mean, the guy was trying, and he seemed passionate.
But you were like, this is bullshit. You guys are just giving these tickets away to people who don't care.
But you know what? He did name some, early Metallica songs and albums.
He thought Injustice for All was their first album.
I know.
Come on.
You asked him to name 3 songs. That's what got him to win the tickets. Can you name 3 Metallica
songs that were mentioned on the show all day?
I'm a pushover. What can I say?
We were waiting for you to tell Howard to hang up the phone.
I can't be mean to people that want to go see Metallica.
Now, I mean, Gary's half joked about Striper, but you say stuff is your favorite all the time. You have a lot of favorites. But with Metallica, it seems like you're willing to go even further to be in the studio and see them live right in front of you.
Well, I mean, to be how many people get the chance to watch a private Metallica show? It's going to be Benji, Fred, and Howard in the studio. So that's 3 people watching Metallica. If I get to be the 4th person, it's like a fan's dream come true.
Willing to do shots of your own cum or other, but not other people's cum. That was the other weird thing that what people were saying. Like, were you going to drink Jose's cum?
No. Sal made me clear on what this was. I said,
Sal, the voice of clarity.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He reminded me of what I said I'd do. I won't drink Jose's cum, but I'd be willing to put mine in my mouth and spitball it into his mouth.
Right. And what makes you think he wants to do that?
There's 0 chance he's going to want to do that. So I don't have to worry about it.
We were even today, you've been married for a while now. You just went on a nice romantic vacation with your wife. When you talk about guzzling a shot of your own cum, do you discuss this with her?
Yeah, once in a while. She's cool.
This in particular.
I think I did, yeah.
And what was her reaction?
She's like, yeah, it's cool.
She was adamant.
She goes, I have to do it. You should do it.
Exactly. No, I know what it feels like. But as long as it's not doing stuff with women, I think she's cool with it.
And Jason was also asking, I think it was Jason, I'm not sure who it was in the back, what happened to your hard drives of all that porn?
It's in storage still. I mean, I still have it. I'm not like you, John. I don't deny that I still jerk off.
But the discussion we were having in the back office was you went from a guy. Now, granted, you have a wife and everything, and I get that, and you are engaged in what appears to be a very healthy relationship. But you went from a guy who used to schedule date nights with yourself, who had hard drives of porn, who could tell me, oh, I know her. She's my favorite. She was in Playboy in 1988 in February, and then it seems like you just completely cut it all off.
You're talking about elves at Christmas. Being tucked in by elves.
Well, that's not porn, though.
I mean, I went 10 years without getting laid, so you tend to build up a collection. But also, I find it disrespectful if I talk about that kind of stuff now, because my wife listens, my wife's mom listens. It's like, I don't want to be disrespectful.
Theoretically, and I'm not saying you do, you could still be watching porn, but you'd rather not discuss it.
Yeah, pretty much. But I don't really as much as I used to. I mean, I'll admit, every guy pretty much does, but not near as crazy as I used to be.
And I was saying that in the back, how when you got closer with now your wife, you sort of changed your attitude on that when it came to on-air stuff. Understandably so. You feel like like,
Yeah,
it's insulting her in a way.
Do you really store it? And do you ever go to the storage room and say, like,
No.
oh, I got to get... You don't really...
I just never bothered to erase the drives, and it's like I just threw them in storage.
If you went there today and you were giving up your storage unit and you had to throw it away, would it be hard for you to throw it away?
Yeah, it's memories. Sentimental. I'll be like, oh, I remember that day in the storage unit when I jerked off to that folder in that drive.
A lot of dates. Now, Garrett, was Howard obsessing over the Metallica songs all weekend?
Yes, we were going back and forth in emails, but rightfully so. There's a lot to choose from. He wants us to be great. We were sort of going back and forth over the, maybe even though we love them and they're huge, maybe there's a portion of our audience that just isn't into metal. So maybe you have to do Enter Sandman to make sure you're getting the song that most people know. And then the second song was like, listen, if I had my choice, for me, it's One. I just love that song on 100 different levels. But we were saying, well, maybe that's not a song that everybody knows, but it was played pretty heavily back on MTV back in its day, but it's hard to say.
That's basically the song that broke them. Like
Right.
they made their first video for One. It was a big hit on MTV.
It's also 7 minutes long.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you got Metallica, why not choose a long song so you can get more of them?
I would love to see them do that. I've never seen them do that song.
Well, and JD and I discussed too, like, I love Kill 'Em All. I love Ride the Lightning. I love Master of Puppets, the early, more hardcore stuff. And I would love to see them do like Motor Breath or something, real old. But I understand that, it's Howard's show, and most of the audience would want, something they've maybe heard before.
There's no way we can have Metallica on and play Nothing Else Matters. They're one of their slowest songs.
That's true, too. There's something to be said for that. Like, we want them to shake the studio.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm in JD's camp there. I don't think Nothing Else Matters is the right song to play. I voted for Master of Puppets for whatever it's worth.
Yeah, and Fred has played that coming out of commercials, so it's a fairly well-known song. And Master of Puppets has been consistently voted the most important and biggest heavy metal album of all time.
If you're into metal.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I get that. If you're a metalhead or if you're really into metal, but for the portion of our audience that may not know anything about metal, I want everybody. But you're trying to find a good balance.
Yeah, but I'm not worried about what Eric the Midget's gonna like. It's like I want a good Metallica song.
Yeah. Tony in L.A., welcome to the wrap-up show.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, Tony.
I just want to say I am the biggest casual Metallica fan, and One is the song that, if you ask me name one song, it would be One. And I think that is a go-to. You can't not have it on your list if you're only going to do two songs. I mean, does that make sense?
Well,
it's an opinion, but it's an opinion I happen to agree with.
Yeah, a lot of people agree with you there. I think Enter Sandman is a more well-known Metallica song outside of the metal universe than One is.
I would say that's your best chance of somebody knowing a Metallica song who doesn't know Metallica.
Right. But look, it's a great problem to have when you got to choose between all these different songs. That's for sure.
Plus, you could see how emotional Howard got listening to One. It was really cool, and I get the same way. I can cry to that song because I remember hanging out with my buddy, in Kansas at a campsite, listening to the Injustice for All cassette that I bought at a gas station. So it's like I have so many memories of that song One.
But why cry over it?
Did he pass away? Or?
No, he's still around. But it's just great memories. I lived my high school years with the Injustice for All album and all their earlier albums.
Is that song you cooked the shit to, or?
No, that was later.
That song, I would tell you, the video for that song gets to me.
One?
Yeah. Because it's a pretty heavy thing, and that book was like a big book the book Johnny Got His Gun was a big book in my house because my brother was really anti-war, and that book was written during the Vietnam War to be anti-Vietnam without having to use Vietnam as a backdrop, and so I think that video is amazing.
Well, yeah. I mean, they took clips from the movie.
The movie, that's right.
I want to see the movie. I haven't ever seen it before.
Hey, I don't know if Kim, did you ever play with him when you were in Iced Earth, on a stage with him, or?
No.
You did that festival, right, a couple years ago. Wasn't your band on the bill?
We played at their Orion Festival last year in Atlantic City, which was a dream come true. Lars introduced us, and it was it was a dream come true.
I think a lot of tears will be flowing in the studio when Metallica comes in. I could tell. You're getting all choked up. Gary's getting choked up. Howard was getting choked up during the show. Should be interesting, don't you think, JD?
I just think it'd be funny watching Metallica play like this hard metal song, and Richard Christie has like tissues next to him, down in his eyes.
I know, that's like the tough thing. It's like, I don't want to cry in front of my heroes, but also they might appreciate that this song makes me so emotional.
Do you think they'd be flattered by that in some way?
I don't know. It's hard because, they're, when I was a kid, Metallica and Slayer were like the heaviest bands ever. So to know that now I'm a 39-year-old man crying in front of Metallica, it's kind of, it would be embarrassing, but also I can't help it.
Well, wouldn't you want James Hetfield to call you a pussy or something like that? Wouldn't that make you feel good, too?
That would be awesome if he came over and slapped me and said, act like a man.
See, that's the problem with punishing Richard. He's willing to do everything, right? So you can't find anything that he really is hesitant to do.
Listen, once you got to swallow your own cum, what's left?
Well, you said have George pour soda in his ass, and he lit up. He couldn't wait for it. I mean,
that's easy.
That's not weird for you, because I know that you have a relationship, a friendly relationship. Like, you go out with George and Brad, you and your wife, and so he's your friend. Yeah. It's not weird for you to have him pour shit in your ass?
No, that's fine as long as there's no contact. I think if I was to make out with George, I wouldn't want to do it because Brad would get upset. But I think just, a friendly little pouring beer or soda in my ass is fine. I don't think Brad would have a problem with that.
Now, the other guy who spent a lot of time in the studio today was none other than J.D. Harmeyer with his dream girl, Lisa Ann. And it sounds like you said you took a different approach with her. Rather than just being blunt and saying what you want, you did the sort of Ganji, the friend thing.
Well, yeah, for the most part, I try to avoid the friend zone. Because I know once you stay there, you're there.
Are you in it now?
With her?
Yeah.
Possibly, probably. Who knows? But definitely now. If she's dating someone. But I thought, this is a woman that works in adult films, and she goes around traveling to clubs and stuff, and does strip dances and whatnot. And she has guys constantly trying to have sex with her. So I thought I would try and not, just be friendly.
You're not just because she's dating a guy doesn't put you in the friend zone. You could be on deck. Well, it doesn't put you. But I think you're in the friend zone the way I'm hearing her talk.
Probably, but there's a little optimistic part of me that says something may happen. I don't know.
If you had the chance, say for whatever reason, not on the air, and it just came over, because I was thinking about this today, even myself thinking about it. If she said, "Come on over tonight," and everything, and she's ready to go, would you have any performance anxiety at all, or would you try not to think about it?
I possibly. I have anxieties, being with girls, already. So. Yeah.
What part of her would you go after first? The big boobs, the ass? Because you like her ass, right?
Yeah. Probably kiss her first.
But then what?
And then probably grab her ass.
Does she live in New York?
I think she goes back and forth.
So there is a chance of a relationship.
Well, listen, we've known each other for a while, so I think if she wanted to hang out.
How long have you known each other for?
A few months.
And you've just been texting like every other day, it sounds like?
We've talked about like hanging out and stuff, but it's never happened, of course.
Robin was the one who said she felt really bad for you, because it sounds like you're being sort of used here a little bit or led astray.
Listen, I didn't push her to be on the show or anything. That's... I don't know.
I don't think he's being led astray. He went after her. She's being nice, but she's not saying, hey, there's a chance we're going to bang. She's just being a nice person to him.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's being led astray.
No, and I wouldn't be, it's not like I wouldn't be surprised if, she didn't want me. That's almost what expected.
But here's the thing that says really speaks volumes to me. You guys talk every day, every other day, whatever. Mm-hmm. Hey, we'll hang out. Here she is in New York.
I am well aware.
And you're not hanging out.
Garrett, I am well aware of this. So, yes, I know.
One of the things I noticed, Gary, during the interview was she said that when she was on set Like her friends would take pictures of of her half naked, whatever, and send them to JD. But ultimately, they would say, you know what? Why don't you just bang the guy? Be a friend, like be a pal. But I don't think JD wants that. Like I think he wants it, but he doesn't want it that way. He wants to kind of earn it.
He wants her to want him. That's part of it. But the other thing too is he really, to me, is in the friend zone because I found her to be very genuine. When she said, because I think, she wanted to throw JD a bang, she could. She seems to be like, no, we have more than that. I don't want to do that.
Well, she said that she didn't want to hurt him by doing it. I don't know if I believe that or not. That she was worried she would hurt you if she just had sex with you. For sex.
I mean, if she thinks, listen, we haven't even really discussed this. I've been very weary. I don't want to go into. I make little jokes here and there, but I haven't tried to dirty talk or anything.
How would you discuss? What would be your move in this situation?
I have no idea. I mean, I don't just sort of let her. I'd almost like to let her. If she wants me bad enough or whatever. I don't know.
Where would you go to bang her? Would you let her come to your apartment?
I guess, but I would not prefer that at all.
What would you prefer, a hotel room?
I would. It's much nicer than my apartment.
I think that when you're really into a hot chick, right? Part of of getting there is I've worked really hard for it, or somebody that you really like, worked really hard for it, and if she just gives it to him for no good reason, is that a hollow victory? Is that part of it? Don't you want to say, I worked hard for something, I want her to like me?
Yeah, of course. I don't want to be with anyone that doesn't want to, be with me. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But a lot of people ask the question. I mean, I get it. You don't want to pity fuck. I understand that. Yes. But this is your, sort of dream porn star kind of. She's coming to you. She's willing to do it. Can you kind of put that aside just to enjoy the physical experience, then later deal with the...
I don't know. It would have to happen, I guess. But, I don't know.
Do you still watch your porns?
A little bit.
He said he said that he watched her porn to pull clips, but didn't jerk off to it because he's got feelings for her.
Let's talk about when you got on the couch with her.
Yes.
I know Howard kept asking if you were hard, and you said no, but was there a point where it started to heat up a little bit, or did you feel like, all the cameras
she felt nice. She felt, she's I don't think she's very tall, and that's a good thing. I like that. And
See, I don't believe him. I should have came in and asked to check.
That'd be great if you got him off then.
The human pecker checker.
I had fucking Jason in a with the camera in front of me. There's no way I could do that. I cannot.
So you couldn't be a porn star and get hard in front of other people.
No. I'm no performer in that sense.
And since you've befriended her, does it bother you that she does porn, or that's what's?
No, if it did, I wouldn't. I'm fairly open-minded, I guess. So, yeah, if it bothered me, I wouldn't be, sort of seeing what happens.
John in Ohio, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, JD, first of all, buddy, I am not calling to bust your balls, okay? So don't take this personal.
Uh-huh.
But listen to me. You got to accept the fact that these girls are using you, my friend, because of where you work. I mean, you don't take care of yourself. You hang out in your apartment, play video games. You're going after the highest caliber women you can go after.
I go after all sorts of girls. I go after all sorts of girls.
You got to take it down, brother.
I go after all sorts of girls. Just because you don't hear about it on the air.
Crazy. You go crazy over these girls that are nuts, dude, that just don't seem attainable for most guys.
Oh, well, listen, dude, shoot for the stars sometimes,
But I still love you, brother, so don't take me wrong. I'm still one of your fans. So
I get what he's saying, JD. If you were just up front and say, I don't care why they're banging me, I get it, and I'm using the show to get it, that would make more sense, but it doesn't seem like that's what you're doing.
Listen, we never talk, whenever I talk to girls or whatever, I never talk about the show or anything. Do
you tell them about your Full Sail diploma? Never use that?
No.
Rick in Pittsburgh, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys, nice to speak to you. By the way, Fuel would be the song that I might like to hear Metallica play.
But as it relates to JD, I think sometimes, again, you guys forget JD doesn't make much money. I think it'd be great if some of you, opened up your wallets with a little cash and gave him a pool of money to take her out for a real nice night, maybe get that hotel room.
No. Well, first, I mean, she's not for sale if that's where you're going, and JD could afford to take her out. I don't think taking her out or having the means to take her out is what's holding him back.
Yes, I agree.
But how does he close, Gary? I mean, can he close at this point?
Don't know. In the zone. The friend zone. He's in the friend zone. It's a fucking. That's a big. It's a quagmire.
It's tough to get out of. Michael in Tennessee. Welcome to the wrap-up show.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Richard, what other bands would you do gay shit for if you could go see their shows?
There's probably a lot of them.
Striper?
Well, I mean, the thing is now I've been lucky enough that I've kind of got to know some of my favorite bands. Like, I kind of know the guys in Striper. I know the guys in Coheed and Cambria. So, luckily, I don't have to perform a lot of gay stuff to get to hang with them. But there's still bands out there that I would do that for. But, Metallica is pretty much the biggest metal band ever. So... I do a lot for
Would you do something gay to see Slayer perform Rain and Blood in studio?
Oh, fuck yeah. I'll suck you off in a second, JD.
Would you do it to Metallica?
I'll be your Lisa Ann.
No.
Is there a guy? Which guy in Metallica would you do stuff with?
No, I wouldn't expect them to do that.
No. If they wanted to, if they kind of called on you.
Kirk Hammett, Scott.
No, then it's not for romance. I just want to do gay stuff to get to see them with people on the show.
You could differentiate, like you could kiss a dude and in your mind go, "This is not gay."
Yeah, of course. If it's a stunt, yeah.
Wait a minute. If you sucked off JD, you're going to then say it wasn't gay?
It'd be funny as hell.
I'm not saying it wouldn't be.
I'd be laughing while I did it. But it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't be gay.
If a certain Viking metal band came on,
Amon Amarth, yeah, I would consider it. I'd do a lot for Amon Amarth.
Like the only thing I could think of is like if a lesbian woman sucked you off for a stunt, does that still make it non-sexual?
Man, that's a difficult. I'm trying to wrap my head around that one, Gary.
Too many parts of that equation.
Too many things, yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? In other words, she's not really into dudes. It's a stunt. She's just doing it for a joke.
Is it for her? Is it sexual?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I think it's a stunt then, still. Yeah, but I don't. You got to find a goofy lesbian with a radio show job that would be into
But if it's sexual for you, right, say the lesbian, I'm in a whole other weird place, but if it's sexual for you, then it's still a sex act. Like, what if JD got off?
No.
Well, then it'd be sexual for him.
You could get JD off, though.
It'd be sexual for him.
Let's move on, please.
I would be dodging his load.
What were you supposed to? You were supposed to suck Ronnie's dick, right?
Yeah.
What was that for again?
For $1 million. Which that offer still stands.
You're like Tara Reid in The Big Lebowski.
Would you fuck Ronnie for the $1 million?
That's not sexual at all, Gary. That's just for the humor
goof.
of it.
For the goof.
Well, that's for the goof and for the amazing amount of money.
Unfortunately, I now know the noise Ronnie makes when he finishes.
This is a Howard TV original production.
Do you view yourself as a star?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. These are my donuts.
So you keep your donuts in bed for a snack. All right, give me a pointer. I feel like blowing my mind up. It's a quote that's sure to echo on in radio eternity, and it's just one of many in an ever-growing list of legendary lines from one Wendy Pack. from her early appearances.
Wow, there she is. Come on in, baby.
To her classic calls with Howard.
While you were walking and trick-or-treating, you made a duty in your Freddy Krueger costume.
Yes.
Right, and there were fecal matter in there.
Yes.
Right.
To her passionate presence during monumental show moments. The Whack Packer, fondly known as Wendy the Retard, has solidified herself among the all-time greats in Howard Stern show history. But catchphrases and periodic phone calls can only reveal so much about a person. So we took a trip to her home on Florida's Central Atlantic coast to catch a glimpse of Wendy's life from the other side of the telephone. Here we are, 80 miles from the Orlando International Airport and all of the fun of Disney. And despite the 100-plus degree heat here in this small town, I'm overly excited because we're here to meet Wendy. We're here to find out what Wendy's days are like, what makes her tick, who are the people in her life. And frankly, I've been excited about this for a long time because Wendy's been such a fixture on the show for so long that I really want to see how she lives. And in fact, I'm hearing loud noises coming from inside of this double wide. So let's go see what's up. You must be Wendy.
Yes.
I'm John Lieberman.
Hi.
Nice to meet
Nice
you. How
to
you
meet
doing?
Fine.
I've heard so much about you.
Yeah.
Can I come in?
Yes.
In addition to her warm personality, I was welcomed by Wendy's brood of cats, which includes Tigger, Mario, Luigi, Blacko, Nice Bob, and Mean Bob, all resting comfortably in the new home that she shares with her mother Joyce and nephew Jesse Jr., for whom she often babysits. Following a visit to the litter box that she's responsible for cleaning and a bowling trophy that she recently earned, I soon discovered that one of her favorite hobbies had helped Wendy garner some local press. So what do we have here?
Us in the newspaper of our group.
So your group is the Fun Time Bowlers.
Yep.
Where are you?
I am right there.
And why did they take your picture? Did you have a special...
A special day because one of our coaches was leaving.
Oh, okay, so you're getting a new coach, too.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, so you've had a lot of changes. You have a new house. You're getting a new coach for bowling. Sit down for a minute. I want to talk to everybody. While taking a load off at their kitchen table, I was introduced to Wendy's younger sister, Becky, and sister-in-law, Megan. And after getting acquainted with her family, I was curious to know more about her absolute #1 favorite pastime, one that she ranks ahead of both cats and bowling. What are your favorite parts of the show?
Where Richard and Sal does funny jokes or whatever.
You like those, the prank phone calls? And which parts don't you like as much?
I don't like what's his name?
JD?
No, the guy in the limousine.
Oh,
Ronnie.
You don't like Ronnie. Why don't you like Ronnie?
Because he gives Howard bull crap problems.
Wendy's personality was most certainly built for the spotlight, which first shone upon her well more than a decade ago in her first phone call to the Howard Stern Show. A fateful moment her mother Joyce recalls with great fondness.
I would come home from work, and I'd say, what you been doing today? Oh, I talked to Howard today. I said, Howard Stern. I said, Howard Stern. She says, yeah. I said, the guy on the radio with the long hair. Yeah.
While at first she was skeptical that Wendy had mistaken a generic DJ from a local affiliate for Howard himself, Joyce soon listened to tape-recorded proof of her daughter's breakthrough moment in February of 2002.
What are you wearing right now?
Pretty Jim.
What?
You know what?
Are you naked?
Yes.
Are you touching your chest?
Yes.
Is your tampon in?
Yes.
Are you wearing big, thick glasses?
No.
Can you barely fit into your nightgown at 182 pounds?
Yes.
And despite Wendy's on-air debut being rife with sexually charged conversation, she was nothing short of elated for her daughter.
I was happy because I said, if you're happy, I'm happy, and she might not know half the stuff she was talking about, but I guess he gave her an education. And Robin, too.
They taught you some things?
They helped her out.
This fateful introduction not only supplied Wendy with entertainment, but also gave her mornings an entirely new purpose. As Howard and Robin soon discovered, Wendy's life is an open book filled with chapters upon chapters of challenges, of which she's
And Howard has always, from the beginning, I think, always treated her special and been good to her. So I really am glad for that.
And like I look out for him. When I hear somebody start a rumor of him, that's when I go off in.
because you want to defend him.
Mm-hmm.
When Howard goes off the radio at some point down the road, whether it's in 3 years or 10 years, what do you think that would mean to you?
That I want to take over for him.
You want Howard's job. What would you call your show?
The Remembering of Howard Stern.
With the Howard Stern Show playing such a vital role in her daily routine, I wanted to visit the spot where Wendy listens each morning, her bedroom.
This is my bed. This is where I sleep.
A lot of stuffed animals over there.
Yes.
You have names for all of them?
Yes. This is Fluffy.
Fluffy?
Fluffy 1. This is Rabbit.
Fluffy 1, Rabbit.
This is Benji.
Benji. No relation to Benji Bronk, right?
No.
Okay.
And this is my teddy bear. And these are my donuts.
So you keep your donuts in bed for a snack?
Yes.
Now, pastries in bed sounded a lot more like the Wendy I'd grown accustomed to hearing on Howard's airwaves. But after seeing piles of clothes on the floor nearby, I was informed that Wendy's wardrobe is at a crossroad of sorts.
I used to have a bunch of clothes, but not anymore. Because I keep getting big because I eat a lot.
So you've gained some weight?
Yeah.
How much would you say you've gained?
I weigh like now 278.
Is that the highest you've ever
Yeah.
been? And are you trying to exercise more?
Yes. I've been doing Richard Simmons and other things. And walking a lot.
Okay. Is it working?
A little, not much.
Impressed by her all-around maturity, I was beginning to see an entirely new side of Wendy. As our conversation continued, I recalled her telling Howard about her dumpster diving exploits, and I wondered if this is still part of her regular routine. You still doing that?
Yeah, sometimes here and there when we don't have, the money to buy food, or when if it's not our day at the church, that's what we normally do because we have to, live on something. Because, like I told you, our money's tight here and there. I help her pay, almost half of the electricity bill and my cell phone and stuff. And I have to help her get groceries and stuff too. I have a food card, right now, but I don't know if I'm going to still have it or not.
Once again, Wendy was showing herself to be far different from her hilarious radio rants. And while her family has been struggling financially, to Wendy, their monetary woes pale in comparison to the passing of her beloved father, whose ashes we paid a visit to.
He was a good dad to me. I really miss him a lot.
What was his name?
Wild Bill.
So Wild Bill was your dad.
Mm-hmm.
And how did he die?
When I went to go check on him, they said it was a heart attack or something. When I went to go check on him, he was just laying there staring at the ceiling, and that's when I called him, and that's when I noticed he wasn't breathing or moving.
This startling discovery, which occurred nearly 7 years ago, just as Wendy was bringing her dad his lunch, is one of the saddest stories I've heard throughout my career. Knowing that her father was an immensely positive influence on her life, I decided to steer our conversation back in that direction. Tell me your favorite story about your dad.
Where he used to take us camping and stuff in the back of the woods. And that's how, when he had marshmallows and fires and stuff back there.
Your sister told me he would have wanted to be a part of this.
Yeah.
He liked your role with Howard Stern. Yeah. He was proud of you.
Yeah.
With a loving family behind her, it was clear to me why, despite a list of obstacles stacking higher than her laundry pile, Wendy's personality remained anchored in heartfelt determination. And as the tour continued out back toward their private lake, Wendy, like a modern-day Ponce de Leon, helped lead us through what seemed like an endless, overgrown Florida terrain. But before long, the trees parted, revealing a rural oasis that provides Wendy and her family with some sweet relief from the sweltering summer heat. This is a beautiful lake. Do we know the name of it?
Yeah.
Our lake?
It's our lake. We own it. I mean, it's on our property.
So it's your lake?
Yeah.
So you can name it right now. What do you want to name it?
Howard Lake.
So this is Howard Lake now from here on out?
Yes.
He had no idea of it. How much is this lake going to cost him?
Probably $1 million.
Okay. We'll tell him. This is very nice, though. As I stood among the tree-lined tranquility of Howard Lake, I noticed an interesting contraption hanging from the trees. A hunting station of sorts used by Wendy and her siblings to skin hogs and deer before turning them into a tasty homemade supper.
We do mostly eat Bambi burgers, and we don't find any other thing.
Deer?
Yeah.
You call them Bambi burgers?
Yes.
Is that just what your family calls them, or do people?
No, that's what we call them.
Oh, okay. After getting to know Wendy at home, I wanted to accompany her to a place she visits every Saturday, Ormond Lanes in nearby Ormond Beach. Upon arrival, we quickly got our competitive juices flowing over heated games of air hockey.
You're pretty good at this. Oh, ho, ho!
And Pop-A-Shot.
Oh, there you go. Come on. The time's going, and the balls aren't coming. Oh, come on.
Soon after, Wendy led me to our lane, where we began readying ourselves for some good, old-fashioned, family-style bowling.
Oh, these fit nice. These are snug. Come help me pick a ball. Help me.
That should work.
You sure? It feels a little tight on my fingers. I'm afraid the ball's not going to come out.
That one should work. If you're...
yeah, I'm going to try this. I'm going to do this one.
Okay.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right.
Wendy still needed to shake off some rust, especially since we weren't using her self-proclaimed lucky lane. That would be lucky lane number 36. Before long, it was my turn to shine.
See what I'm going to do here. These are no duck pin balls, I'll tell you that.
It has been years since I tested my sports skills against the oil-slicked lanes. And while I enjoyed some early success, as the frames mounted, so did Wendy's confidence, leading me to ask my outspoken opponent for some guidance.
All right, give me a pointer. You're just going to point? That's your pointer?
It's your turn.
You have any advice?
Good luck.
I don't think you mean that.
Yeah?
I don't think you do.
Right from the first frame, it was evident that despite her playful personality, Wendy is a fierce competitor. And as one of my shots left me in quite the pin placement predicament, I once again looked to my newfound rival for help.
How do I hit this shot?
Aim for the middle, stand right in the middle and aim for the middle.
Stand in the middle and aim for the middle?
Aim for the middle. Although it seems like simple advice, I couldn't help but think of it as a rallying cry for Wendy's strong-willed, resolute approach to life. A short while later, I sat down with Joyce to find out more about bowling's positive influence on her daughter.
How have you noticed that bowling has changed Wendy's life?
She gets to go out, be with her friends, people just like her. She's got, other people to be around.
While bowling serves as a spectacular social outlet for Wendy, it's also been a perfect way to quench her thirst for competition, as she regularly bowls in the Special Olympics, where she expects nothing less than a gold medal-worthy effort from herself.
Because you believe you're the best.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to prove that you're the best to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Because it served you well so far in your life, right?
Yeah.
Is that part of your determination to not let anything slow you down?
I had to tell myself the next day, keep moving, get up. That's why I asked her if I could go out almost. She won't want me out every day, but, when she leaves, I said, I'm going because I gotta move around.
In borrowing a line from her fellow Florida native Tom Petty, Wendy firmly believes that if you don't run, you rust, refusing to let her disability slow her down or detract her from her goals. As the game wore on, Wendy mounted a comeback.
Good shot. Whoa!
Even deploying one of her superstitious tactics on me.
Ow!
And as we sat down between frames to examine her fanny pack, I learned that luck is something that Wendy routinely chases.
I play the Mega Million, Fantasy 5, Mega Money, Powerball, Lotto, even scratch-offs.
I mean, you have dozens of lottery tickets in there.
They're no good. I'm still trying to hit the jackpot.
So none of those were winners. But the Monopoly from McDonald's.
It's just started. I'm already ahead to try and win 20,000. All I just need is one more.
So if you get that one more, you win 20,000.
Yep.
And if you win 20,000, what will you do with it?
I would move up to New York and live with, be next to Howard.
I'm not sure if Howard is ready for a new neighbor, but for the time being, Wendy says she'll continue to play, as she puts it, the lucky numbers in her head. But as far as pins were concerned, my once sizable lead had started to dwindle.
Good luck, John. You're up.
I don't believe you. I really don't believe that you mean good luck, especially with how tight this game is. How tight my legs are.
Despite her sweet disposition, I didn't believe Wendy's well wishes for a second.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know.
But thankfully, I was able to hang on to my lead and secure a 10-pin victory.
All right, good game. You're a very good bowler. Very good. That was tough. That got me sweating to the end.
Yeah.
Whew.
After changing out of our bowling shoes,
you're in.
I began driving Miss Pack along the route she typically travels by bus each morning after her mom drops her off at a local McDonald's for breakfast. We first stopped by the dumpsters in back of a nearby supermarket, where Wendy bravely battles garbage in search of barely touched food to bring to her family. Further on up the road, we encountered the mighty Granada Bridge, a structure that spans the Halifax River and Intracoastal Waterway and connects the mainland to a beach peninsula that Wendy loves to walk along.
Looks kind of big and long.
I know.
So you walk across it?
Yeah,
For exercise or fun or what?
exercise.
Oh, okay. Wow, you walk across this thing a couple times and
Yeah,
you'll lose that 100 pounds in a hurry.
yeah.
While staring up at the nearly half-mile marathon in front of us, I posed a philosophical question to my walking partner.
How do you think your life would be different if Howard Stern had never come into it?
Not good. I mean, like my mom told you earlier, I didn't have a good lifestyle till now.
As we paused a moment to do some people watching and soak in the breathtaking views, I realized this bridge means more to Wendy than simply a way to exercise.
When you look out onto the water and this beautiful, picturesque view, what goes through your mind?
I normally feed the fish and the dolphins and watch other people do fun things, wishing I was the kid again, so I can do the things I miss.
What do you miss?
I miss playing on the playground. I miss swinging, because I don't know if I can swing or not, because I don't want to break the swing. I miss all the fun things, like, see, there's somebody fishing with their family or, I don't know, parents. I miss that. You know, I miss fishing with my dad, because my dad's not here anymore. That's why I come over here.
Although it was clear Wendy longs for yesteryear, the list of concerns that adulthood brings certainly doesn't include her disability.
I got other things on my mind right now. And also I got other things on my mind about Howard that I'm concerned about, of people, you know, bother him again.
What are you concerned about?
I'm concerning about the SCC or whoever, you know, or some other stupid people you want to get Howard, you know, off the rail or you know, threaten him.
So you're worried about people threatening Howard?
Yeah. I don't take a bunch of bullcrap like other people do. He's sort of like a dad to me. A stepdad, since I don't have a dad.
Her level of admiration for and staunch defense of Howard astonished me. But as far as her always increasing list of wants, I wondered what tops Wendy's wish list.
If there was one thing in this world right now that you could have, what would it be?
Having my grandma back again, so I can play Uno with her. And so I can have Howard keep our score when we play Uno.
I could almost picture it. Wendy, her grandmother, and Howard as the scorekeeper. But we didn't have any more time for daydreaming, as there was still a lot of bridge to climb.
The breeze is nice.
Yes, it is.
After a grueling trek over the Granada Bridge, we soon found ourselves at Wendy's favorite beach, a place where her money woes, annoyances, and stresses of everyday life get whisked out to sea, disappearing into a seemingly endless horizon.
Hello.
Before long, Wendy's attention drifted away to some eye candy that she found even sweeter than the supersized Mountain Dew she'd been sipping.
Wendy!
Once she regrouped,
Okay.
we redirected our gaze toward the natural beauty of the waves, and they, in turn, set their sights on us.
Little water will never hurt you. Feels good, right? After a long, hot day. When the Howard Stern Show ends one day, how do you want to be remembered as part of it?
By, you know, when I help Howard out as much as I can, like he helps me.
As we parted ways, I immediately chores. Through it all, I witnessed everything that I thought I knew about Wendy get flipped on its head. In our time together, I discovered someone sweet, not selfish, good-natured rather than greedy, and a woman who's more strong-minded than she is silly. And wherever Wendy's journey takes her to next, I'm certain of one thing. Her heart will surely lead the way. I'm John Lieberman.
Best of the Wrap-Up Show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The Best of the Wrap-Up Show begins now.
On Monday's wrap-up show, all the talk was about Robin and what she revealed today and that conversation that she and Howard had. It was amazing. It was powerful. You really got an inside look at their conversation and why Robin has been away from the show physically, but we get to hear her every day. So, of course, we had our opinions, and here's how that special conversation went.
Two major developments today. One, of course, was the return of George Takei. And the show just takes on an entirely new element whenever George is in the studio. He's so honest, he's so forthcoming and charming, and so explicit in his storytelling that Howard just said hi to George this morning, and then he ends up talking for an hour because George always has something to say and a lot to say about it. But that was followed by Robin, who decided today that she was going to talk about why she's been out. And I think that a lot of people are asking, why'd she take so long? Why couldn't we know this? The show's all about honesty, etc. And I think this is one of those situations where, as you heard Robin and Howard tell the story, you really needed to respect where they were coming from and why they chose to keep this private. There were a couple of things going on there. One, I think if Robin told people what was going on during all of this, there would have been a ton of, and again, your heart's in the right place. How you doing? Are you okay? And the show ended up being very therapeutic for Robin because it was the time where she wasn't dealing with her illness and she wasn't fighting cancer and going to all these treatments. And you really have to take your hat off to her in terms of showing up to work every day, granted via the ISDN line, but still being on air, pushing through, when other people, not just Benji, but other people, they come in late, they have their reasons, whatever else. But you could also see what a literal lifeline this show is for Robin and, frankly, for Howard. Howard was wrecked when this first came out and didn't feel comfortable doing the show without her. And, thankfully she was able to be on. And yes, we miss her being here physically, but she's on the air. It's reached the point now where I don't think anybody even thinks twice about Robin being here because it seems like she's here all along. We miss her for the off the air stuff. But some of us have been communicating with her for a long time, and the range of contact varies from Howard, obviously, who's been talking to Robin day in, day out and helping her through this, which now she's been out for well over a year, to other folks who, I've been emailing her a lot. Gary, I know, has been talking to her quite a bit, but not one of us, with the exception of Howard, really knew all the details of what was going on and what she's been fighting. And thankfully, she got that diagnosis. She's still working and fighting through, but it looks like she's cancer-free and hopefully going to be back here sometime soon. But Gary, I know you said a lot of it came as news to you. You knew, you were aware, but you didn't know all the details that were coming through.
I knew about the first operation. In fact, I was getting phone calls the whole day while she was in the operation. And it was a really weird day because I got some misinformation. And so I was out at a charity event. My phone rang, and it was almost like, this is not good. Not that anything was going to happen to her that day, but that it didn't look very good at all.
She she spoke a couple times about getting a prognosis or the possibility of a prognosis like that. Like if this spread all throughout her body, she was done.
But this was that first day operation that we all knew, here on the show knew she was going in. I got the report it was not going well.
Yeah, that she told was an 8-hour operation.
12.
And the reason was because that grapefruit-sized tumor inside her was so big they had to move her around to get it out of her. But can you imagine waking up after that? Nobody's there. You went in not knowing what the prognosis was going to be. You have those marks you can't see on your stomach. I mean, I can only imagine what that. And granted, you're probably not all there because you're drugged, but
which could be worse.
Yeah, but oh my God, to not have anybody there—that's just crazy. And I do remember when we went to visit her, how happy she was to see it. Thankfully, we didn't get the Benji treatment. She was happy to see it.
Didn't she look great when we went to see her?
She looked fantastic. I couldn't believe what she just went through. But the other thing was, when we were talking to her, you looked over to the window, and sure enough, you saw that picture of Howard. And that's really what got Jason. No go. That's really what got her through a lot of this.
But as I said to Howard today, I guess everybody on the staff knew different, varying degrees of stuff. And my assumption was after that initial operation that it was still touch and go, but that she was going to be all right, but it was going to be a very long recovery. I did not know that they told her, like, hey, we're just going to try to make the rest of your life as good as we can. And in a way, I'm sort of glad I didn't know it now, because it would have been really fucked up. It would have, it would have been terrible.
Well, if a doctor is telling you, okay, here's how we're going to prolong your life, you're immediately like, what do you mean prolong my life? And the fact that she was saying, I thought she was so candid about this today when she said, I didn't know if I wanted to live my life that way.
I get it, but I think nobody wants to live their life that way, but I would like to think that it's better than not living at all.
Well, yes and no. I mean, to her, with her personality and the way she sort of lives life, it didn't sound like she was willing to go there. Jace, what do you want to say?
I actually just came down to tell Gary that the meatballs are here, and if we should wait, keep them out in the lobby, or wait.
No, go, just put them out.
Oh, okay. But in terms of Robin, it was great hearing her today. Will and I had lunch with her a few months after her surgery, and just like everybody else is saying, couldn't believe how much energy she had, how good she looked, how on top of it she was. Both my parents have had cancer, and I know what it's like after a round of chemo or something like that, and you don't want to move, you don't want to talk, you don't want to do anything. So it's crazy how well she responded to all that.
Yeah, her first round of chemo, she was commenting how even people, you had chemo, she didn't lose her hair, she didn't lose her energy, she kept going. The second round, that's where she lost her hair. It really, kind of hit her a little bit harder. But yeah, she's what I've been emailing TV stuff with her. I thought I watched a lot of TV. Right. Obviously, she's in a position to watch a lot more than me. But her spirits are just so great. And Howard always makes the comment how if nobody else was here, he could do the show, just him in front of the microphone. I believe that, but I honestly think now if Robin wasn't here, I don't know if he would want to go on with the show. It would just be, not only would be different, but today you got a great window into how close their relationship really is.
Yeah, and I'm not going to get too into it, but when we thought that, at first we thought that Robin might be out for a really extended period of time, and we were trying to figure out how to handle that situation, and I would just say the best word I could use is it was very unsettling for Howard. It's just, not only because of what does to the show, because you do something the same way every day and there's a chemistry, but because of what I could imagine he was thinking. I would think it would be very difficult for him to do the show and not be thinking about what's going on with her, and it would really be hard to pull off.
Were your feelings hurt when she said that she didn't think you could handle what was going on, and that's why she didn't tell you everything?
No. You want to know when my feelings were hurt? When Howard imitates me, makes fun of me for saying I didn't know anything, does his bucktooth thing where he sticks out his mouth like this, and so Gary came to me and said, I didn't know anything. I'm like, what are you picking on me for? I didn't know. Like, why am I the asshole?
I think Gary might have been a little too sensitive for Robin. Just judging off his sensitivity right now.
Based on that?
Yeah, based on
maybe as you listen to the conversation, Howard's making jokes. Howard's trying to make it light because it's a really heavy thing you're talking
All right,
about.
Benji's
here.
to your left. Go get him.
Well, Benji got hit. I mean, Robin actually said, she didn't want Benji to visit. And I don't know how much she was kidding when she said that.
I don't think she was kidding at all. And I felt bad for Benji.
So did I.
I mean, you're going to make an effort to visit somebody. Don't mock them.
Gary, initially, a lot of people, when Robin wasn't here, were complaining and saying, well, why doesn't she come in? And kind of, or thinking that couldn't understand why this was being kept private. And as a fan, I get it. I want to know what's going on because that's what this show does. That's what it's always been. But you also have to figure if we're keeping something private, there's probably a good reason for it.
John, you just teed up. You've seen me in the back office, how long I've been waiting for this day to talk about this. I found it very upsetting when people called up with all these conspiracy theories. Where's Robin? Why aren't you telling us? This is bullshit. And I understand the show's a very honest show, but as you heard today, I thought it was very obvious. Robin was sick. Then we went away. And then when we came back, Robin missed a day. And then we were on the air again, and Robin wasn't telling her story. And, it came up even on the wrap-up show a couple of times. I just felt like, I think most of the people in the audience understood that they would trust us enough. I would always say it's Robin's story to tell. And if it was something we weren't talking about, then I thought it would be really obvious that it was something super important. And Jason and I were talking about this because he said it came up on one of his shows. Like, what's the conspiracy? Like, what did you think we were covering that Robin was doing? What did you think she was up to that we were covering for her?
Well,
wasn't it obvious she was sick?
Well, everyone always has conspiracy theories about this show. That's part of what makes it tick. But Howard and Robin clearly had a conversation about it, and if they were going to talk about it on the air, and they decided not to because they felt the focus would be on her illness versus doing a good show. And I said this before you guys came in. I think that Robin found it very therapeutic to go to work and have a good time and break balls and do whatever else because it was an escape from what she was dealing with, which was a life-threatening disease.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't think I'm speaking out of school. Robin and I hung out about a month and a half ago. We had a weekend together with a bunch of people, and we were talking about Robin Roberts. And Robin Quiver said to me, gee, I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could do that at all. And I said, for her, maybe bringing the audience into it worked for her. For Robin, I think she just felt like, because it also defines you. You know what I mean? It defines you in a lot of ways. And, it can be difficult. So I think it's a very, very personal decision.
Well, we all tried to give our support and talk to Robin and reach out to her in a lot of different ways. And she reacted differently to different people. But she did say that the sweetest of them all was none other than Ronnie Mund. And Ronnie, you love breaking balls with Robin and vice versa, I know. But you knew what was going on, and I know how close you guys are. I'm not going to say were, but are. And to hear her finally tell this story, do you think she was relieved? Do you think, are we happy that now she's at a place where she feels comfortable talking about this?
Yeah, I think so, because, it's a rough thing to have to go through, being sick to begin with, and depending on how sick you are, you really sometimes don't want to talk about it. And you want to forget about it and go about your life as best you can. And, that's what she was doing, basically. I mean, she didn't miss a step with sticking me in the back during the shows, with her big knives and stuff, which I always bust her balls about. But, I know Robin for a real long time, and I've seen her go through a lot of shit, not with sickness. Well, with a different kind of sickness, and, I've seen her go through it, and where she was locked in the house and never came out of the house and stuff like that. But I don't want to go into too much detail. But, it was good to see that she could snap back from this, and I'm real happy for her.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we have a very interesting organization here. Some of us have been together as much as 30 years. I'm 30 years with the show. Robin's like 33, Fred's like 36, and Ronnie's like 28. We've all been together a long time. We're a family, a dysfunctional family. At times we fuck with each other, but we're a family. And it's more than just working together. You do work together and there's a bond there, but we feel like, I know for me, like when I think of like myself and Howard and Fred and Robin, I felt like, something really amazing has been built here. Howard's built this empire. He's built this legacy in radio and in television. And we were all a part of that. And that, that really is a big bond. And, we see each other socially a lot too. I was joking around, like Robin still sends. Robin started sending gifts, Christmas gifts, to my kids when they were really young, and now my son's in second year in college, Jackson, and she still sends a gift. And I talked to her about it once, and she said, "You know what? I knew you when you lived at home with your parents. I watched you get married. I watched you have kids. I watched your kids grow up. I watched your kids go off to school. That's what we are. That's what we're doing here. This is our family."
Benji, you, I think, didn't get that kind of love today. And part of it, yes, it's the show, and you're trying, Howard's making people laugh, and that's the way it goes. But two things. One, first, with Robin being out, and coming to work every day and showing up, going through chemo, all that stuff. Did any of that resonate with you, thinking like, wow, maybe I should be doing it? But you've been...
No, like Gary says, like, we are a family. And I live in the shed out back, but we're a family. But no, I was, and I thought it was so silly when people were making a thing about, ISDN. Who gives a fuck? I mean, if you do give a fuck, you give a fuck. But it's like everyone's job has their own things and everything. And I don't think I took it so much like, oh my God, she can do. I just took it overall as a very inspiring thing that she can be facing mortality right in her face and still, be a creative, artistic person.
Yeah, I will tell you that I've always known that the show's meant a lot to Robin, but I really got to see it firsthand because she didn't miss a couple of days. She missed like 2 days, but she didn't miss. Somebody in the same position would have missed a lot more days. Yeah. And the tenacity that she had to make sure she was there for those days, and I could tell that the show meant everything to her. That everybody finds, sort of strength in a different place. And for her, it was being on the show every day. I think the feeling was, if I can get in front of that microphone every day, I can go another day.
Did it hurt when she said that, thanks for trying to visit, but...
No, you know what the problem was? Like, first of all, I texted when everyone was in that period when we knew she was told she was in the hospital and everything. But she texted back like an ambiguous message, which... She said, like, oh, not this week, but definitely check back next week. And I think that happened more than once. And I knew she really didn't want me to, but the text was ambiguous enough that I had to keep responding.
But it sounds like when you call a girl and you go, you want to go on a date? She says, not this Friday, but maybe next Friday.
Yeah, but eventually it works usually.
The other thing is you want to sort of respect the person's privacy. And also, Robin clearly, with some people she wanted to talk about this, but with others she didn't. And I think... I don't know how you communicated, Gary, but I was very careful to be like, just talk about TV, hope you're doing great. And if she wanted to talk about that, what she was going through, that's fine. But if not...
Oh, you did talk to her.
I think you're a better friend, almost, if you don't go there, because you're respecting their wishes.
I ended up speaking to her a lot. Like, I'd call her every, probably month and a half, and I would call her, and I'd leave her a message, and sometimes she'd call me back in a day, and sometimes she wouldn't call me back for a week or two. But she always seemed to want to talk about where she was. I never had to ask her. I would just be like, "How are you doing, Robin? I'm just checking in with you." And she would generally tell me.
Did you check in with her a lot, Ronnie?
I checked in with her a lot. I saw her a lot in the hospital, and both hospitals she was in. Mm-hmm. It was good to see her. And you know what? It made me feel good because I made her laugh. Believe it or not. We sat there and we had some really good laughs. We talked about old times. We talked about old shows. We talked about how I got my balls busted. She got her balls busted, how we busted each other's balls. And the funniest day was the day with the picture. She was showing everybody the picture of Howard, which was a scream.
But Ronnie, did you ever have a point where you thought to yourself, we might have to someday do the show without Robin? Did you ever have those thoughts?
In the beginning, yeah.
And they were fucking weird, right?
Yeah, it was real weird. Because I remember the day she walked out of the studio when she was leaving here to go for the first operation. And I just walked over and I gave her a hug, and we both basically almost busted out crying. And I just said, I love you, and don't worry about it. You're going to be good. And that was it.
Well, I don't know if you guys talked about this already. Do you think Howard would want to go on without Robin being part of the show long term?
I think at some point he would make the decision to do it, because he's, at the end of the day, he's always got that driving force. But I think it would be a difficult decision for him, and it would never be the same. It just wouldn't be the same. And it might be at the point where he might do it for a little bit more and go, you know what? I thought I could do it, and I can't, and maybe I don't anymore.
I think he'd still be a personality and be part of the media, but I think the show would probably, my guess is he might decide to end it then.
Well, there's a big difference between, like, her recovering and knowing that she's going to be back in X amount of time and her not coming back at all. I mean, that's what
Oh no,
the
yeah,
decision
that's what I'm
is.
saying. Well, Gary's implying, God forbid, she had passed away, and I think there's a good chance, if she had, Howard might have decided this is the time to end it.
It could be. It's a distinct possibility.
Cheryl in Nevada, welcome to the wrap-up show.
Hi.
Hi, Cheryl.
Excuse me. This is me. Oh, I'm sorry. I was listening so intently there. Well, one question I had, Robin is coming back, so my main question was, is your little mini studio still there?
Yeah, it hasn't moved.
Well, I got a lot of stuff in there. I got to get out.
You know what? There is. It's funny. We did a renovation that we talked about in the air, and there's a lot of stuff in there.
My winter's jackets.
Yeah, but I mean, it could be cleaned out in a day, and we're ready.
It might take a couple of days, but
Victor in Gainesville, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, I just have a question. I'm happy for Robin, and the kind of treatment that she got is incredible. Do you think if it were an average person other than Robin Quivers, do you think that person would have gotten that type of care, given they only have a limited amount of money, or, with the new health care law, do you think that would have changed the type of care that Robin received?
Well, there's a lot of questions there. I'm not sure what the new health care law is, so I'm not even going to get into that. And yeah, Robin probably has more tools because she knows a lot of people, and of course she should use them. But I think what I really got out of today, which I'm seeing a lot of people up on the board are talking about, is even if you don't have a lot of money, you should always get a second opinion. And I'm seeing so many people have been calling all day. Some guy tweeted out, my dad never got a second opinion and he died. I get a second opinion when I'm getting a roof put on my house. I have 3 guys come and look at it. You should always get a second opinion. You should, and that's one of those things you never can trust just one person.
But Gary, I agree with you, but that's easier said than done. If you're in a hospital that's a good hospital and someone's giving you a diagnosis and you feel like they're sort of taking care of you, it's hard sometimes to do that. Thankfully Robin did, and Sloan Kettering is an amazing hospital for this kind of thing, and thankfully it's worked out well. But I know a lot of people are like, I don't have that kind of money, I can't get that kind of care.
But does it cost money to go to a second doctor and just say, look at this, what do you think?
It depends. It depends on the doctor. It depends on a lot of different things.
And the other thing is, even if again, just to go once to the doctor, it's your life.
Yeah,
it's your life. So whatever money you have is useless if you're dead.
And even if it's not, even if it's someone who is on your plan or whatever else, if you have a plan, it's another set of eyes. And that's always good, especially when you're dealing with something like this.
Right.
And you want to have a fighting chance, that's for sure. Neil, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey guys, great show today.
Hey Neil.
Very emotional. Yeah, I love that emotion. You don't get a lot from the Stern Show. It was nice, like those switch. I was just wondering, do you guys find it inspirational at all? Like what Robin's been through? Like, is it harder to take a day off? Like knowing, you get the sniffles, you don't feel too great, that you think what she's been through, and it kind of pushes you through the day?
Well, I'll tell you something. Nobody, even before Robin, nobody takes a day off here for the sniffles. So anybody who takes a day off for something, it's usually got to be something pretty important. In fact, Howard sent me home one day because I was in the bathroom waiting to throw up. But is it inspirational? Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know that I could. First of all, I don't think anybody needs me on an ISDN line if I'm not here. I'm doing a different job. But I don't know that I could pull that together every day the way she did.
It inspired her. It got her through a lot of tough days. And sometimes, like you said before, Gary, that's what you need. And it really, kept her going. You sense that, Ronnie. Like when she's on the air, she's not dealing with all this medical crap. She's doing what she loves to do.
To listen to her on the air, you would never know she was sick. That's the whole thing,
Pretty
incredible.
incredible.
Maybe that's why, some people were suspicious that there's something going on
because she sounded so good.
She sounded good. But again, we were very clear about saying there's a reason Robin's not here. We're not going to tell you, but just trust us.
Mark in Albany, you're on the wrap-up show.
You know what? This was a great show. I was just talking to a friend of mine that's a big fan last week, and we were saying that, nothing's ever been said about Robin. And I realized that this is a personal thing, but on a fan standpoint, we've been kind of drawn into this world, and what's going on? Nothing's being said, and my gosh, was this as random as this phone call that came in and opened the doors, or was this something that Howard and Robin had talked about, and then decided this would be a good time to open up about it?
again, when I spent this weekend with Robin talked about how, she was planning on talking about this soon. I didn't know it was going to be today, but I knew that she was planning to talk about it soon because she felt, comfortable enough where she, like she called me in January to say, I'm cured. And I almost didn't know what to make of that. What does that mean? And I was like, it also seemed she was cured pretty fast, so I was like worried for her. But then when she explained the whole thing to me, I sort of understood it. And, you just want to make sure everything's going well.
I think we all knew that when she was ready, that's when she was going to talk about it.
But that's what we said all along.
Yeah, and that's what happened, sure enough. Ralph Sorella, you're on the wrap-up show. Hi, Ralphie.
Hey, quickly, well, let's be honest here. Robin's alive because she's rich and she knows other rich people who can get her the best care. I mean, most people can't get what she got. I mean, no matter how many people you consult with, you can only consult with so many people.
I agree with that. I agree with the first part of that, Ralph, that she got the best care she could because of her wealth. But you can still consult with other people and get a different decision.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how much she got into it, but it really was her Even at her space, they were telling her she would have like horrible quality of life, and then she found the right people. But anyway, what I couldn't get over, and you talked about it a little bit, Robin's energy. Yeah. I had dinner with her one day after she had chemo. And I was like, my God, if I had chemo, I wouldn't be moving. I would just be laying there. I mean, and she's like, oh, yeah, it's like was another thing she just fit into her day.
Yeah.
I was like, 12, I got chemo. I got to meet Ralph at 3, and then...
It's interesting. I actually want to credit one of the writers from the Letterman Show emailed me this morning, and he asked me a very interesting question, which was Robin watching Breaking Bad while she was going through chemo? That must have been so weird. That whole plot line last summer, and, he's getting chemo, and it's just a strange thing, because I know how much she loves that show.
Oh, right. Yeah, that would be weird. But now, did she say that she is, what did she say about her state right now, where she is?
That she's cured.
She's completely cured.
Yeah.
Don't you have to go a certain amount of months or even like a year to say that, though?
I thought so, too, but she said that's what her doctor told her.
She said her doctor said she didn't use the word remission. She said, you are cured.
Right. Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's great.
All right. Thank you, Ralphie.
Thank you.
Yeah, Ralph's right. Her energy is but she's always had that energy. She's always running. I mean, recently she's had that energy where it's not surprising to me that even though she got chemo, she was still up and running and going because she has such a joy for her life. And I think that's what caused that conflict if she was in a condition where she couldn't do what she wanted to do. But one of the things that Benji brought up before, Gary, was, would Howard continue with the show? And you feel like he would.
Well, I feel like it would be something that he'd have to really, really think about. I don't think he'd go like, oh, let's just do the show tomorrow. I think it would have to be something that it would weigh on him. But, you and I were talking about it during the break. How could he do the show without Robin? And I would think that, Robin's feeling would be, hey, we built this amazing thing. Don't stop because of me. Keep it going. Don't diminish what we built.
I get that, but I also think I remember how out of sorts he was when Robin was, maybe wasn't going to come back and all that. And I know the show has gone on and lost a bunch of people as time has gone on, but with Robin, and at the point of Howard's career, I just don't know if he would, even part of him would want to. I think out of respect for her, he almost wouldn't do it. But thankfully, we don't have to find that out. Steve in Louisiana, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, man, you kind of hit on what I was going to say, John. It's just, I don't think that the fans were necessarily projecting hatred towards Robin. It was just the fact that, Howard's performance can be affected if she ain't there. And so it's just the fact that she wasn't in the studio seems like she's a step away from not being on the show, which means Howard wouldn't be doing the show. The dangers of doing a show like this where it's full disclosure is that when it gets real, is that, you're towing a line where it's just, the fans feel like they're owed things, but that's just the fans that don't get it really too, because they feel so personal with the show that it's like, I need to know everything right now. But, sometimes it's just like, you got back off, man. This is a TV show. It's entertainment. It's not, some people get involved as it's their life, which is, that's how it plays out. But you can get into dangerous territory where people are vindictive about how she's not there. But I don't think it was necessarily against her. It's just the show not keeping on going.
Steve, I think that's actually really well said. I also think that I don't know how you would rank the listeners, like a casual listener, but even if you're a pretty regular listener, I think that it was very difficult to tell that Robin wasn't in the studio. I think that if you missed the days where we were talking about what happened and we didn't refer to the ISDN, I think that there was that you wouldn't know.
No, I mean, I'm here. I'm in the studio, and if I wasn't looking up to see, I really wouldn't know.
So I don't think that it changed the show. It may have changed it for us on a lot of levels, and then we got used to it. I got, at the beginning it was a little bit harder not having her here, and like I would IM stuff to Jim McClure, he could give it to her, and I could speak to her that way. But there were a lot of people, who didn't know. The interesting thing is,
I found out today.
The interesting thing is, my job before every guest was to go in and say to the guest, hey, by the way, Robin's not in studio today. She's doing the show from her home via ISDN line. And I would say, don't reference it, not because the audience knows she's not here, but it slows down the show if you go, hey, because remember at the beginning, a bunch of people go like, where's Robin? Yeah. And Howard got all pissed off at me. And it was very interesting. Like, people would get this different voice on. Like, I remember Bradley Cooper, go, I know, how is she? Like, people who really love the show understood it and know, but they would put on their sad voice to ask how Robin was, and everybody, to a person, asked how she was.
When you hear Howard and Robin having these serious, emotional, deep conversations, someone always has to lighten it up. Like, It's almost like they're scared to go to that place for a bunch of different reasons. But thankfully, they did today, and you got some great radio.
Although I suspect they went to those places when they were talking off the air.
Yeah, just the two of them,
and that must have been really hard.
Yeah, I think it weighed down, obviously, on Robin and certainly on Howard. But again, happy ending to the story. Thankfully, it looks like things are looking great for Robin, and we wish her, a speedy recovery, of course. And now that she's cured, hopefully, only good things will happen.
Hey, what's up? This is Will, and on Tuesday's wrap-up show, we talked about who's changed the most on the staff since they started working here. We know a lot of them have changed physically because they're all fat asses, but we're talking about emotionally, spiritually. It's great stuff.
Will's here because I wanted to bring him down to talk about Dr. Chin, who is very clear about the woman that he wants in his life to marry, and had a bunch of different conditions. And the guy, he's not a bad-looking guy. Clearly, he's successful, at what he does. He has got a bunch of money, and he's just looking for the right one, but he's going about it in an awfully strange way, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, he's very specific about what he's looking for. And, he said to me that he has more money than God at this point, and he doesn't really care what his parents think, so he's just going to go for what he wants. And he just happens to have a list of exactly what he wants.
I have to tell you, it's more of a visual thing. He won me over when he showed up in the lab coat.
Yeah.
It was almost like we called Central Casting and said, send that guy.
My favorite part of the interview was when he revealed that he's done some work for strippers and they pay him in funny money. And he doesn't, but he gave it to his staff, and, they all
Which is like, so then he sends me an email where he goes, yeah, I got tired of that. That's like, what's his name? Joey Chestnut doesn't want to eat another Nathan's hot dog like I want a lap dance. I'm like, oh, okay. Interesting analogy.
And I guess if you find the wife, you get a Ferrari out of it. So it's still a pretty interesting thing to explore if you want to go there. But I was wondering, where this ranks in terms of, a lot of times people will get on other people here for not lowering their standards, like not settling. And he's, 40? He's in his 40s.
He's 47.
At a certain at a certain point, you need to, sort of come to grips with what's out there and make the best of it.
Well, he's got a couple of things that most average people don't have: a boatload of money and a great job. So those are things that allow a guy that may not be a 9 or a 10 to look for a 9 or a 10.
Right. So what I'm taking from you is you think JD needs to marry a 4 at this point.
I didn't say that. You said that.
Oh.
But
a 4+.
And JD is more than welcome to come down here to discuss this. But no, JD has been accused of just that, having his standards too high and not being willing to, and settle's the wrong word because it's insulting, and that's not what we mean here. But
find a girl with a good personality.
Well, that's even more insulting in some way. But you know what I mean? Like, what's wrong with someone who maybe looks like an ape, has a personality of a 12?
Does he look like an ape?
An 8.
Oh, an 8.
But we've had these conversations before. Like I haven't seen many of the girls that JD's been with, but JD just needs like a good, solid girl. And when I mean solid, I don't mean fat. Will's already teed up his next joke. But like, what's wrong with a girl with has he ever dated anybody with a normal job and without drama? Just like a good, solid girl. A girl she's cute enough, she's nice, she's smart, and she likes the things that you like.
But you have friends like that, I'm sure, where the drama always seems to follow whoever they date.
Yeah, but eventually they sort of, you know, you can't complain that you can't make it happen if you're not making some efforts.
Yeah. I feel like the show has kind of perverted him with women.
Oh, please.
You know, like
we fucked him up.
Yeah, absolutely.
We fucked him up. First of all, I got this skinny little nerdy sweet kid who never took a drink in his life.
Right.
And who hadn't had sex. Now, you know, he's like pounding him down. He's been with strippers and porn stars, and you know, it's not real life.
Would you say
it's funny because that's a lot what that movie Don John is about.
Would you say that JD has changed the most in terms from day one working here to where we are now? And I'll throw Howard into that mix too. Who do you think's really changed the most in terms of their personality and what they're like?
You know, it's interesting with JD because he's changed in those aspects, you know, quite a bit, the ones I just talked about. But at his core, he's the same shy, leave me alone guy that he was when he got here.
Yeah. Back office, I'd say Jason has done the most transformation in terms of personality.
Oh, how so?
Because he was just a kind of quiet young. Gary and I were talking about this yesterday.
I got to tell you a great story. Jason loves the story. You know, when we were at K-Rock, Jason comes up to me one day, and one of the things I loved about Jason when I met him was he was a very hardworking, quiet kid. I didn't really know much about Jason, but I knew that if you gave him something to do, he got it done. He was a very hard worker. So I can't remember how long he was working for me, but he came to me and he said, listen, I went to the doctor and I started taking these pills, like these like happy pills, he called them. And he said, and I think that they're going to bring my personality out more. And sometimes I don't see it. So if you think I'm doing something that's a little out of line, could you let me know? So I'm like, okay, I log that information away. We go into a meeting with Tom Chisano, our general manager, and a bunch of salespeople. And Jason is there with me mostly to write down some notes and just sort of lay low. Jason gets up, starts parading around the office, making declarations, and Tom looks at me like, who the fuck is this? And how do you shut him up? So we went back to the office, and I said to Jason, yeah, that's one of those times that, you got to reel it in.
So you say,
it was the beginning.
So I was going to say, that hasn't stopped, but you say Jason has changed more than JD, you think?
Yeah, I mean, JD more or less is the same person. He's obviously much more comfortable with the people he's around.
He's comfortable with us, but I don't think he's any more comfortable with strangers than he was before. Us, he likes, and that took some time, too.
Do you feel like the show has changed who you are at the core?
At the core? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think I'm still a pretty good guy. Shut up.
No one said you weren't a good guy.
I know.
But coming in, like Gary was saying, you were sort of, hadn't drank, hadn't had sex, and now you've experienced all that.
I remember the drinking thing was such a big deal. He was so adamantly against drinking. And I don't remember why.
Well, because, I've had family members have that sort of issue, and I didn't want to, I was afraid that sort of thing might be in the genes.
See, I don't think we even knew that at the time. I think you never. I don't think you ever said that. You probably knew that, but we didn't. You were just like, we found it hard to believe that a 23-year-old guy had never had a drink. How old were you when you came to us?
And I hadn't been to a strip club either.
What changed your mind? Like, what made you decide? Okay, now I'm going to take that drink.
I don't know. Maybe just wanting to sort of quote unquote fit in a little bit.
Peer pressure,
peer pressure,
definitely.
But it was a while. Like how long did you work for us before? It wasn't like JD came to work for us and 3 months later he was drinking. It was a while.
Well, it was the final. It was the E Entertainment. For the E show, it was the last party or whatever, and I had a Malibu Bay Breeze because I said,
I remember that.
Because I said, give me something that tastes good at least.
Was it dick for a twizzle stick?
All right, calm down, Gary. And then I got so much shit like I do now. I got so much shit for it. Like the next time we hung out somewhere, I said, all right, fuck it, I'll have a Jack and Coke, and that's sort of been it.
Is that your drink?
Yeah, I guess.
How often do you drink now? Like I have no idea.
I barely drink. I barely go out, so I barely drink.
Right.
Hey, were you at first? I might have missed this, but were you at first kind of holding out for like you just like moral reasons or?
And then I don't think moral reasons. I was just, I am afraid to be out of control. So I don't want
to. Was it a little bit like when someone loses their virginity though? After the first time, it's no big deal anymore, and like you can do it as much as you want.
It's sort of like that now, but I still don't drink that much.
Did you get the first night you drank with the Bay Breeze and stuff? Did you get like so drunk that you barfed? Did you get crazy drunk though, or just a couple of drinks?
No, I literally only had one of those.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it wasn't.
So what's the drunkest you've ever been since you started drinking?
Well, I don't know if it was a drunk. I mean, there've definitely been like some beer pong times where I've probably been pretty out there. But I've only puked once from alcohol, and we were out in the. I don't know how I got pushed into this, but some of us went over to the Poconos at some house, and some house in the woods or whatever, and I was just drinking like crazy and playing beer pong. And I remember like the electricity went out at one point. I was gone by then, and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna puke over this railing." So I puked over the railing, and then I laid down in a hammock, and I see Richard Christie laying in a hammock next to me reading a book. And next thing I know, I wake up outside. I'm the only one outside. Everyone else is inside.
It started to pour rain.
His pants were down.
No, my pants were down.
We tried to get you up, but this was we rented a house in the Poconos.
I don't even remember this. So
I had a bunch of people over, and JD and Richard were probably the most hammered people. And JD passed out in the hammock, and it started to pour. It's one of the reasons the power went out, I think, or it was later. And we tried to get him up from the hammock, and I was like, well, whatever. And we just all went inside.
John, I wonder, do you think JD's like Kuthar on The Big Bang Theory? Like when you drink, is it easier for you to talk to chicks?
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean,
do you worry less?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think honestly, I played beer pong.